Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 507, live. Welcome to a very special edition of World War III Live. We are hot on the road of the very fiery road that is the next big SPV of 2023, TWA Revolution. Just about 2.5 weeks away, and it is going to be one hell of a thrill road. You do not want to miss the stream preview. You do not want to miss a single solitary episode leading up to that stream preview, because we're going to keep adding fuel to the already fiery feuds and hot rivalries and raging rivalries that have been going on between the factions, the tag teams. The champions have been absolute fire in YTD, I got to tell you. If you have a look, for instance, at Winter Swarm. Winter Swarm has done something that no tag team or faction has done in the history of TWA. They literally hold all of the major gold. They have both YTD World War III Tag Team Championships and the World Tag Team Championships. January has the World Championship and the Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. Also, obviously, she has both of the tag team titles with her partner in crime, B. Jackson, Winter Swarm. B. Jackson also carries the Pure Wrestling Championship and the Women's Legends Championship. So she is a Grand Slam champion once again. But then, of course, January was once the television champion, as well as the Women's World Champion, the Grand Prix Champion, the Tag Team Champions, and she held the Legends Championship. She herself became a sextuplet champion, something no other superstar in TWA has ever done. So Winter Swarm has been on fire. An absolute dominant women's tag team. But I mean, again, they're breaking records. They're doing something that no other team, no other individual has done, not on the men's roster, not on the women's roster. So Team Infinite Oni and Team Honeybee Wrestling are on fire with their superstars, because B. Jackson and January, the most dominant team in both TWA and YTD World War III. Absolutely amazing. So a lot going on. You don't want to miss any episodes of either World War III or TWA. Winter Swarm is going to be hot on the trails of every superstar, because they are hunters, they are not prey. So don't think for a minute that the challengers are hunting them down. Winter Swarm is well aware they have targets on their back. They are hunting their challengers. You got the Wolfpack gals, devious and sneaky, much like the Wolfpack. Wolfpack Horsemen, Alan Severn, War, Kyle Riley, Count Deck, Carino Sinister Farmer, it's in his name. They are a sinister bunch. Violent nature. Demolition, the Heart Foundation. Destruction, the Samoan Coalition, the Coal. I mean, there's all kinds of hot rivalries and feuds going on, so you don't want to miss anything. But before we get started today, we're of course going to have a look at the dirt sheet, see what's going on there. There's of course news about CM Punk and All Elite Wrestling. Rumors about John Cena and potentially looking for a hot feud for John Cena's return. We'll see who they're talking about and who that might be. I mean, I've got a few ideas, but you never... Honestly, I think they should just reignite the feud with Austin Theory. I thought they were good together, but I thought Austin Theory and John Cena could have had a great feud. I don't really think we got that, but anyways, so they might be looking for a fiery feud for when John Cena returns, and there's all kinds of stuff going on. So we're going to have a look at the dirt sheets. I do have a couple lists tonight, and as it is, I don't think I'll have a co-host at any point tonight unless somebody surprises the masses and jumps on the broadcast with me. So I do have a couple of lists that we were actually supposed to do those lists a couple of shows ago, and we never got to them. So I'll just remind you what the lists are. There's the 10 best David versus Goliath matches in wrestling history, ranked. And then the 10 greatest tag teams of all time. It says ranking as well. So I never do like that word, because when they say that, more often than not, I think it's ranked in their own mind. It is their personal opinion, which is fine. But I do hate it, because, there's always room for everybody's got their own opinion on who the greatest tag team is all the time. The same with the greatest wrestler, greatest entertainer, what have you. And a lot of the times, a lot of the lists are very subjective to personal thought, I think. But in any case, I think it'll be a very interesting list. Now, I do have Stream Elements updated, so if you would like to see who the current champions are before tonight gets going, feel free to have a look. But it is an absolute fire card tonight. We've got action going on in TWA and YTD tonight. A very special edition. Champions from both rosters are going to be here defending titles. Defending his title tonight against Coach B. Henry. Alice Blade, of course, laid down a challenge to the coldest bitch on the planet, January, for the Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. Mickie James won contendership to B. Jackson's Legends title. She's cashing that in. And, of course, you're going to get to see the Judgment Day take on the Wolfpack for the YTD World War III Tag Team Championship. Mick Marvel, Humboldt's The Arcane, and Tony Stone are going to go at it. A triple threat iron to gold matchup for the television championship. And last but not least, in championship matchups, Roxanne Riley going to be going to battle with Ashley Marie. TLC matchup for the women's television championship. And then, of course, we've got some tone-setting matches of the evening to get things all riled up, revved up, and ready to rock and roll. But, you know, before I do any of that, I do not have my dashboard open. I do not. Give me a moment. I have no idea if anybody's here already. Sir Jack is in the house. Sorry, Sir Jack. Yeah, I did not have the dashboard open. Sometimes I accidentally bring up Twitch, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on here? And then I realize, oh yeah, we're on YouTube. That doesn't work so well. So anyways, Sir Jack says it could have been good, but it was rushed. Oh, we're talking about Austin Theory and John Cena. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. I think people expected a lot. I mean, myself included, I'll be honest. I mean, think about it. Austin Theory has a very similar upbringing, right from being a bodybuilder to coming into the WWE, how they brought him up through the ranks, attitude, capabilities. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest, and I'm not a John Cena hater. I never have been. I did really hate the longevity of his babyface run. It's still going. God damn it. Turn heel. I think he really should turn heel and have a heel run. One last heel run before he retires. Because eventually he's going to ride off into the sunset. I'm sure he'll still come back now and again for some purpose under a Legends contract. He loves WWE, lives, eats, and breathes it, so we can't take that away from him. They tried to make him into the next Hulk Hogan. It didn't quite work. I mean, as far as merchandise goes, it sure shit as did. But as far as legacy goes, it did not work out so well. Even though John Cena is a 16-time champion, you know, people will still remember Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair first. And here shortly, probably Charlotte Flair. Let's be honest, Charlotte Flair is going to at least tie her father in championship belts held in. But maybe she'll beat it too. I don't know. Maybe she's the one to beat it. A lot of people want to see Randy Orton do it, but he's got a couple championships to pull out his butt before he can accomplish that, and I just don't know. I don't expect Randy Orton to be around much longer, to be honest. If he actually comes back, which I think he is, I give it 2-3 years, and he's got to take a different role. Maybe I would like to see Randy Orton stick around. I would hope there would be something he could do in that company producing. I'd love to see him as a manager. That would be hilarious, seeing Randy Orton as a manager and trying to create a new legacy, perhaps, or something of that nature. But anyways, it was rushed. So what I was going to say is Austin Theory is a much better wrestler than John Cena ever was. But I would have loved to have seen that feud drawn out and more done with it. I just don't. I think they kind of dropped the. And like you said, nice, Sir Jack, it was very rushed. That'd be nice, and he just got involved here. Yeah. I think Randy Orton would make a great manager. I really do. I think. I mean, he's usually pretty good at adapting to different situations he's been put in over the years. And he could be a heel manager, too, because, I mean, come on, he's the best heel of all time, I think. Or at least he's become the... There's many great heels, but I think overall he's become the greatest true villain of all time. I know Roman Reigns has done a great job as the Tribal Chief in his heel run, but Randy Orton's longevity with his, you know, everything from the Legend Killer to the Viper, like his heel run was absolutely epic. I mean, they don't have memes of Roman Reigns, you know what I mean? They're everywhere for Randy Orton. Out of nowhere, people got videos. They're RKOing their wives into rivers. You know what I mean? Randy Orton has just really earned... Because, I mean, let's face it, we all dissed him in the beginning. Oh, he's only getting a shot because he's an Orton. Right? He's a third-generation star. Nepotism. But, man, he really put the work in. And even though he almost fucked up... Well, actually, he did fuck up a couple, 2-3 times. But they really kept their arms around Randy Orton, and eventually Randy pulled out of all that immature nonsense and really earned the respect of everybody, right? And he's just he's one of the most well-rounded superstars ever, too, when you think about it. I mean, he's a little bit of... You know, it's funny because they talk about LA Knight being some sort of Rock or Stone Cold ripoff. I mean, Randy Orton reminds me of a cross between, like, Jake the Snake Roberts, a little bit of The Rock in there, a little bit of Triple H in there. I don't know why that's always a debate anyways. I mean, that's a compliment to this past, you know, the people that came before you. The people that came before you. So, I mean, they paved the way. So to be able to adapt yourself to bring a little bit of the old into the modern and make it your own, I mean, isn't that... I mean, what people don't mind watching rebooted movies and remastered video games, but they seem to have a problem with... And again, I don't agree that LA Knight's doing that. I mean, okay, he sounds a lot like, some say The Rock. I think he sounds more like Austin when he talks than The Rock, but I don't think he's trying to accomplish that at all. I think and it's like another thing, before he came to the WWE, and went to NXT as LA Knight, like when he was Eli Drake at Impact and NWA, people had nothing but great things to say. You know, he's going to be huge. Can't wait till he goes to WWE. Then he comes, and then you got people like Kevin Nash saying shit like that. But again, I'm not sure about the whole Kevin Nash thing, because Kevin Nash is very good at drawing attention to the wrestling business. And sometimes I wonder if he doesn't just say things, because, again, negative publicity is still publicity at the end of the day. So I think maybe Kevin Nash says things sometimes to draw some heel heat and see what kind of reaction or what kind of stir it creates. But, yeah, no, I don't know. I think LA Knight is... They got to do something soon with him. You know? They do. They got to do something soon with him. I don't know what. Whether it be the United States Championship or the Intercontinental Championship. Obviously, that's not going to happen anytime soon. I mean, Gunther's just about to break the Honky Tonk Man's record. All he has to do is, you know, get past Payback. At that point, I think Gunther should honestly... I think he should keep the Intercontinental title right to WrestleMania and have him face one of the champions, either Roman Reigns or whoever's the Raw World Champion. Be the first time since WrestleMania 6 we had Intercontinental Champion versus World Heavyweight Champion, title for title. But I don't know what they're going to do. I have no idea. And of course, you got the Cody Rhodes story. I mean, let's be honest, if Cody Rhodes doesn't pick up the World Championship or the Universal Championship at WrestleMania, I still don't know why it'd be the Universal Championship, because that's not a title his father was ever after. It'd be the World Championship for me, but whatever. If he doesn't come out of WrestleMania with the championship in hand, I think people might fucking riot, I'll be honest. You know? There's another interesting thing is, did you know right now, general consensus, LA Knight is actually more over than Cody Rhodes is right now, and he's the main story that we've been following, right? But isn't that interesting? I find that interesting. So anyways, let's get to the dirt sheets here and see what's crack-a-lack in there. And by the way, Sir Jack, you know, I totally forgot to ask. And so before I forget, what are you cooking for supper? We want to hear what Sir Jack's got cooking. You know, or read it, I guess. We want to read what Sir Jack's got cooking. I guess we can't hear you because you're not on the broadcast as usual. Ernier's like, I might even join the broadcast. Then he uses cooking supper as an excuse to tuck tail and run just before, exactly 3 minutes before we go live. Ooh, chili mac. Ooh, that's delicious. Now, are you putting any kind of cayenne pepper seasoning and stuff in it? Or, like, how do you make your chili? Everybody makes it different. Some people call it chili mac, and there's not even any, you know, essence of chili in it type of thing. You know what I mean? It's just literally macaroni noodles and hamburger. Seasoned maybe, but yeah, what do you put in your chili mac? Show me Joe B. Odie. Glenola has the only legit reason. Oh, you're passing the buck on to everybody else. I see how you are. Well, Oni was streaming on Twitch. Oh, you can't call out Oni. Oni was streaming on Twitch. So obviously he's not going to be here at the moment. Or much less on the broadcast. So he's out of the equation. I don't know what B's doing. Joe is probably just getting to work.
I am lurking.
And speaking of Glenola, look at that. You summoned Glenola. Glenola, a.k.a. Night Breeze, a.k.a. DJ Lone Wolf, a.k.a. Glenalian Master and Swine. Okay, I kind of added that last one, but I think it's fitting.
Sugar, bell peppers,
I do believe it's fitting.
Reapers, diced tomatoes,
crushed red pepper, brown sugar, bell peppers, California peppers, diced tomatoes, black pepper, and chili powder. See, now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Archer wants us to babysit.
Now, are you putting all 3 red bell peppers in it? Or depending. I mean, here we have packages of, you know, red, yellow, and green, usually. Sometimes it's red, yellow, and orange. But, I mean, I would put all that shit in there. I'd put all that shit in there. Mushrooms optional. Some people really like mushrooms in chili. I don't think it belongs in chili mac. But, whatever. Glenola Archer wants us to babysit. No, that's not what I said. What I said was, could you imagine Glenola babysitting Milo? I mean, I think we would have to babysit Glenola. He would be a bad influence on poor little Milo. Have him getting into shit, trying to finger paint crap. We'd have to give Glenola a bubba and rock him to sleep.
For the color and vibrance.
Yeah, all the peppers go in mainly for the color and vibrance. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, do you put any kind of cheese on top, like mozzarella or Parmesan or anything like that? Do you top it with, or do you have a different garnish, perhaps? Sometimes I'll do like cheese and parsley on top. Just for looks. And a couple of sliced tomatoes. But you basically make yours the same way I do. Just from time to time I will add other things. Like from time to time I'll add like sausage to it or something. Glenola says, the Glenalians come in peace. Glenalians are friend. No, they are not friends. That is misleading information. That is misleading information. Depends on the mood I'm in. I'll do Parmesan and garlic bread. Nice. Yes. Now, do you like your garlic bread like on a bun? Do you like it on like a Texas style toast? Regular toast? Like, how do you like your garlic bread? Or a baguette? Some people like garlic baguettes.
Elegia Archer is king of choking.
I would only teach the kid the important things like flush PM Punk. Elijah Archer is king of choking. Yeah, of course you would.
Texas style. Emoji
of course you would. Texas style. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like either Texas style or I don't know if you've ever done it, Sir Jack, but what makes a really nice garlic bread is a really nice panini bun. You can slice that puppy in half and put some garlic butter on both sides and cheese even if you want, but... Yo, Mason, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to episode number 28 of World War III Live. TWA 507, incidentally. But anyways, right now we're talking about Sir Jack is making chili mac. And he's obviously you use elbow noodles or macaroni noodles. Some people like to use, you know, Kraft Dinner noodles or mac and cheese noodles, you fuckers call it. We just call it KD because the fucking box says KD on it. But anyway. He's making a very nice chili mac. He's got crushed red peppers, brown sugar, bell peppers, California Reapers, diced tomatoes, black peppers, and, of course, chili powder. And then sometimes he'll top it with Parmesan if he's in the mood for a little bit of cheese. But anyway, what's new and exciting? What's going on? What's everybody doing today? Before I hit the dirt sheets, and actually I think I'm going to get the first match of the evening underway. We've been sitting here talking for a little bit now. Mostly discussing Sir Jack tuck tail and running before I went live, and then trying to pass the buck on everybody else. But more importantly, he's making a very good supper. Even talking about Texas-style garlic bread, and that is some delicious shit right there, I gotta be honest. That is some delicious shit. But what's everybody else doing? Glenola, are you having dinner? Or are you at, what phase of the evening are you at right now? Are you at dessert yet? If not, what did you have for dinner? What was your dessert? Mason, what about you? What are you doing tonight? What's on your menu? Alright, so I think what I'll do is I'll get the first match of the evening underway. It is going to be a fantastic match. It's going to be for the Legends contract case, and it is a Crimson... I believe it is a Crimson Chamber match. So the only way to win is to make your opponents bleed, and it is going to be a fantastic tone-setting match of the evening. Nothing but legends, of course, from both TWA and the ones that are in YTD World War III. So we're going to get things going right now for episode number 507 live, episode 28 for World War III here on YouTube. Time to rock and roll. Let's go. Let's see what the first match of that evening is. It is a Crimson Eliminator. And again, it is for the Legends contract case. So the person that walks in with that contract case gets to challenge the Legends champion at any time of their choosing. However, the thing that always differentiates our contract cases from other promotions' contract cases is the longer you hang on to the contract case, and the longer you wait to cash that in on one of the champions, depending on the contract case you hold, you will be forced to defend your contract case. That does happen. Booker T did not cash in his contract case, therefore it is up for grabs. Tonight, Kareem Key Woods from used to be from Team Tons of Funk, now part of Phenomenal Soul. That faction has grown to 5 crazy villains. Hollywood Hulk Hogan, we have from Team Christian Cool. The Iceman Christian Hart. We have Zeus, the Man Called Drek, and Bruiser Brody, all fighting in this Crimson Eliminator. Again, it is a chamber matchup, but the only way to win is to make your opponent bleed. That's how we're starting the evening. The tone-setting match of the night. That's how we're going to start things off in just one moment. In the meantime, I am going to catch up with chat and then bring up the first dirt sheet of the evening. Glenola, let's go to Archer's Place at 3 in the morning. I mean, that would not be a wise decision. I do have 2 pit bulls and a crazy wife that would probably hurt you. Actually, she's not crazy, but she is definitely a little firecracker. She's a firecracker. No, I'm in bed relaxing, hoping to be asleep within the next few hours, not eating dinner tonight. Wish I could, Sir Jack, but then again, Mrs. Archer, make it... Yeah, exactly. The Iceman. Just giving Archer a little fun. I mean, that wouldn't be... I mean, I would just pretend to sleep. She would fuck you guys up, and I do have swords in my room, just to be fair. Well, just a heads up on that one. Alright, so here we go. Again, tone-setting match of the night. Legends contract case on the line. The man called Drek, the Iceman Christian Hart, Kareem Key Woods, the OG villain of the Archerverse, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Zeus, and Bruiser Brody. Let's get things rocking and rolling. Time to turn and burn. Alright, so let's bring up the first dirt sheet of the evening. Let's see what's going on there. Alright, so again, I did mention earlier, apparently WWE looking at a major feud for John Cena's return, so let's have a look at that and see what's going on. This is from WrestlingHeadlines.com. It is Mark Middleton. So WWE officials have discussed a feud between top babyface superstars John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, I'm not sure why they would do that, but that's interesting. Very interesting. Anyways, imagine if John Cena did suddenly decide to turn heel while right in the middle of that feud against Cody Rhodes. Or maybe Cody Rhodes turns heel on John Cena. I mean, there's a lot of options there. There's a lot of things that could be done. Anyways, a new report from YTD Wrestling. It notes that Cena versus Rhodes, that's Worked Wrestling, by the way, has been discussed as a possibility during Cena's return stint that kicks off with tonight's SmackDown on Fox. Cena is set to return to WWE TV during tonight's SmackDown in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and then his next announced appearance is WWE Superstar Spectacle event in India on September the 8th. However, it was reported on Thursday that WWE was discussing Cena as the possible special guest host for Saturday's WWE Payback event in Pittsburgh. Rhodes is also scheduled to work Payback as a guest on the special PLE debut of the Grayson Waller Effect. It's interesting to note that Rhodes was recently added to the September 8th SmackDown in Cena's hometown of Boston, Massachusetts. Cena will not be there that night as he is booked for Superstar Spectacle in India. Cena returned to Raw earlier this year on March 6th in Boston for the build to WrestleMania 39, lost to Austin Theory. And after agreeing to the match, Cena cut a promo on the then United States champion and declared that he was not ready for the WrestleMania stage. Cena then introduced someone who was ready for the grandest stage of them all, Rhodes. Cena and Rhodes then reunited on the Raw stage and embraced while sharing a few friendly words that fans could not hear. Rhodes later revealed that the advice Cena gave him on the stage that night. Cena and Rhodes have locked up many times in the past, mainly in multi-man matches when Cena worked with Legacy from 2008-2009, but their last bout saw Rhodes work as Stardust. The following Cena vs. Rhodes televised singles matches have taken place. Cena defeated Rhodes by DQ on September 7th, 2009 Raw. Cena defeated Rhodes on February 1st, 2010 Raw. Cena defeated Rhodes on January 28, 2013 Raw. Cena retained the WWE United States title over Stardust on April 6, 2015 Raw. Below is Cena's current announced WWE schedule. Friday, September 1st at the Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania. SmackDown is Payback Go Home show. Friday, September 8th at GMC Balayogi Indoor Stadium in Hyderabad, India. Is it Hyderabad? Anyways. Superstar Spectacle teaming with WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins to take on Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. Friday, September 15th at the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado, SmackDown. Friday, September 22nd, Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, Arizona, SmackDown. Friday, September 29th at the Golden One Center in Sacramento, California, SmackDown. Friday, October 6th at Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri, SmackDown Fastlane Go Home show. Friday, October 13th at the BOK Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma, SmackDown. Friday, October 20th at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, SmackDown. Friday, October 27th at the Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, SmackDown. And then it says stay tuned to WrestlingHeadlines.com for any updates there might be regarding that. So that's interesting. Looking at potentially putting Cody Rhodes and John Cena, two baby faces, being pitted against one another. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? You think, does anybody really want to see John Cena and Cody Rhodes have a feud, have a rivalry, or a well, whatever they're gonna consider? I don't know. For me, a rivalry's got to go longer than 30 days or less. Mason says, I'm playing 2K23 right now. Glolo says, could be a good match. Yeah, it could be a good match, yeah. What I would rather see, though, is that turn into a feud. Like, if they're going to put John Cena and Cody Rhodes, it shouldn't be a one and done, I don't think. Sir Jack says, I'm ready to see what's next for the Beast Incarnate. Yeah, me too, actually. Me too. I am actually very intrigued to see what they're going to do with him next. They're being quite tight-lipped about it. Not that I blame them. But not a lot being discussed regarding Brock Lesnar. Or what they might be planning to do with him next. But yeah, I agree. I'm ready to see what's next for the Beast Incarnate myself. Now that said, what would you like to see them do with the Beast Incarnate? And you know what? I was kind of hoping. It's funny they're talking about Cena versus Cody Rhodes. I was actually hoping to see. Now maybe it's too soon, but I would like to see Cody Rhodes and Nick Aldis lock up in a WWE ring. I mean, for that matter, and to be fair, there's actually other superstars I would also love to see Nick Aldis face. I don't know who's familiar with Nick Aldis and who's not, but he is an absolute specimen. He's a very good technical wrestler. He's got the look. He was a fantastic NWA champion. He's been Impact champion. I always forget the name he went under in Impact Wrestling. And I didn't watch his last run there. I don't know if he went back to his old name in Impact or if he was Nick Aldis in his last run, but I probably should go back and watch those, or at least the highlights of them, depending what I'm able to get. With both being faces, it may lead to a heel turn or something different, and two faces. Well, yeah. Now I'm going to go off on a limb here and say if one of them turns heel, it's probably going to be Cody Rhodes. I mean, I don't mind seeing a heel version of the American Nightmare anyways, for that matter, but I feel like John Cena's probably just never at this point going to turn heel. I mean, there's lots of superstars that never did. I just think a heel turn for Cena, and with his capabilities, I think it would be epic. I think it would be an excellent way to end his legacy. But I don't know. He could change hustle, loyalty, and respect to hustle, loyalty, and self-preservation or something. I don't know. There's got to be something that could be done. Jack says, so it's apparent you cannot bury Brock Lesnar. I don't know why people say it, but the man cannot be buried. I think if it's true that Brock is getting ready to hang up the boots, they should just randomly start airing vignettes for him leading up to a return and then continue until the Hall of Fame time for him. But he should have a final run with Paul Heyman at his side. Well, yeah, I don't disagree with that. And who knows, maybe it'll end up being him that dethrones, for some reason, Roman Reigns. You never know what they're capable of pulling off. I don't know why they would do that after everything that's transpired, but who knows? And have Paul Heyman turn sides himself, do a small build-up to it, and have him turn on Roman Reigns and rejoin Brock Lesnar. Glenola says, I just can't see him doing it now. He's too useful for the coverage of his work with kids. Yeah, that's the thing, right? He still does a ton of work with the Children's Make-A-Wish Foundation and many other things that he does. Unfortunately, a heel turn probably will never be in the cards just because it just does not fit the billing of anything else. Right? So, although there was a heel, at least a heel at the time, Intercontinental Champion, that gave his Intercontinental Championship belt to he was pretty sure he was a Make-A-Wish child. And I'm also trying to remember the talk show it was. But it was Razor Ramon. And he gifted a little boy with his Intercontinental Championship, even though he was right in the middle of a heel run, which was weird, by the way, back then. But yeah, Razor Ramon, yes. Life is great. What's going on, Life? Welcome in. What's going on, my friend? Welcome to episode number 28 of World War III Live. Episode 507 for TWA. First match of the night, Life. You're in time. It is a Crimson Eliminator. Actually, it's supposed to be a Crimson Eliminator, but it looks like it is an elimination. I don't know what they're doing here. I mean, you saw it with your own eyes at the beginning of the show. It literally said Crimson Eliminator, so I don't know what's going on here. There is no chamber there. It looks like they've turned it into... We'll see how the eliminations go. All 6 gentlemen are still in the squared circle. Nobody's been eliminated. But it should be a Crimson matchup. But it looks like they've turned it into a Crimson Elimination style matchup. Again, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Hulk Hogan and Zeus going at it here. Oh! Elbow to the face, just about nailed Hulk Hogan with a stop sign. And Hulk Hogan using the ropes to drag himself back up here. Zeus tapping out, but you cannot win by submission. The only way to win, to make your opponent bleed, is supposed to be inside a chamber. If there's a chamber there, I cannot see it. I don't know about anybody else. I did not see one. All right, but anyways, we'll see what else is going on in the dirt sheets.
The better part of Valor drives his opponent down.
They got Rumor Roundup, Payback title matches, AW Crowd, Revolt Fears, Cena Angle, more. I don't know. Let's see what that's about. It is CageSideSeats.com. And it's Randall Ortman. So speculating on rumors. We're not going to read that part. That's just to let you know that it is... Most of it is speculation and rumored and not factual information. We don't need to read that every time. We've done that before. So rumors for the day. Based on the latest lines from online sports books like Bet Online, no titles are expected to change hands Saturday at WWE Payback. Austin Theory has the best odds of any challenger at 3-1. Raquel Rodriguez the worst at 10-1. I believe they just said somebody got eliminated. Unless I was hearing things. Did Bruiser Brody get nailed with the steps? Oh! Hulk Hogan and Bruiser Brody are both bleeding and eliminated from this contest. Alright, so after an earlier PW Torch story mentioned concern within AEW about how the all-out crowd would react if CM Punk isn't on this weekend's pay-per-view, the site's live report from Dynamite included that Tony Khan got a mix of cheers and boos when he appeared in the arena. It was also said that Khan only came out once on Wednesday, whereas he's appeared at Chicago shows when he was universally cheered. Kurt Angle told Chris Van Vliet that he asked Vince McMahon if he could face John Cena for his retirement match to complete the circle from Cena debuting against him in 2002. McMahon told Angle he'd have to finish the program with Baron Corbin at WrestleMania 35 and could face Cena at WrestleMania 36, but Angle didn't want to wait another year to retire. regarding AEW's Wrestle Dream pay-per-view. Wrestle Dream. Dave Meltzer pointed out on Wrestling Japan has a show booked for Karakin Hall on the same date with big names like Okada, Naito, and Tanahashi already advertised. Meltzer did mention Will Ospreay as someone who's not booked for October 1st in Tokyo that AEW could bring in for their Antonio Inoki tribute show. This year's WWE tribute to the Troop special will likely tape after the December 8th SmackDown in Providence per WrestleVotes. Paul Ellering was heavily involved in AOP's WWE return negotiations. According to Fightful Select, PW Insider also notes that discussions about using AOP and NXT include Ellering as their manager again. NWA Power, which is actually quite a good little show. I don't know if you guys watched any NWA programming, but you can watch it right on YouTube. It is actually a very good show. That old studio, old school feel to it. It's just a real cool show. And they put on some very, very good matches, good stories. Anyways, who else got eliminated? Somebody got eliminated. Was it Zeus? Zeus has been eliminated. Look at this. We're down to all streamer teams, folks. Team I'm Just Key, Team Drek. It's actually Team Dedrek. And Team Christian Cool. We've got the Iceman Christian Hart. The OG villain of the Archivers, Kareem Key Woods. And the man called Drek, all battling for the Legends contract case. Oh! Christian Hart nailed right in the forehead with the stop sign. And look at Drek taking Kareem for a ride here. Oh, drops him face first, busts him wide open. He is Gonski. We're down to Drek versus Christian Hart here, folks. The Iceman versus the man called Drek. Drek down a bat. Oh, nice elbow to the face by Christian Hart. Big double axe handle, though, right to the spine of Christian Hart. Down goes Hart. And Drek thinks he smells blood, and does. And that is it. That is all. Unless there's somebody else in this match, there is not. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Crimson Elimination Style matchup and new Legends contract case holder from Team Dedrek, the man called Drek, your new #1 contender to the Legends Championship belt. Congratulations to Team Dedrek. And of course, the man called Drek, big victory over 5 crazy villains. And what was literally a legendary Crimson Elimination Style matchup. It was not the one that was originally booked. It was supposed to be a Crimson Eliminator. But anyways, it is what it is sometimes. Insubordination, that's what it's all about. Let's see. Did we miss our team matches at all? What team matches? But welcome in, Strife. What's going on? We just got done with the first match of the night, the tone-setting match of the evening. Humboldt's is in action tonight, so no, you have not missed Humboldt's match. So you're not very late. You did just miss a great Crimson Elimination style matchup. It was supposed to be a Crimson Eliminator, but we all know how the system works. Insubordinate. Stream Elements won the YTD Championship matchup. What the fuck? That is crazy shit right there. I have no idea what's going on with that. But anyways. The Occult is not even booked on this show. They will be booked on tomorrow night's show. I think sometimes people get World War III and Wrestle Wars Genesis confused.
Got in before the last few eliminations.
Got in before the last few eliminations? Nice. It was actually a very, very good matchup. And plus, I don't even believe we've actually put the Occult together as a team. Who were you putting with Xia Li?
MOGIs.
I can't even remember what discussion was.
Yeah, those 4 went quick.
Yeah, they did. They went very quick. All right, so we'll move on to the next match of the night before I move on with the dirt sheets. Here we go. Matchup number 2 is an 8-man ladder tag team matchup. And it is for the Junior Tag Team Championships, the brand new Junior Tag Team Championships that will replace the Contendership Tag Team Championship. Slight alterations, beautiful championship. We've got Demolition, one of the winningest tag teams in all TWA history. Adam Colossus and the Terror Johnny Braddock. Jay Simmons and the Phenom Joe Lincoln. Phenomenal Soul. Mitchell Vaughn and Mnemonics, Weapons of Mass Destruction, and of course representing the Samoan Coalition, Big Bubba B and Solo Sikoa. It is going to be one hell of a fire matchup. Ladder 4-way tag for the new Junior Tag Team Championship. Of course, the Junior Tag Team Champions automatically get the opportunity to challenge either the YTD Tag Team Champions or the World Tag Team Champions at any time of their choosing. Who's walking out the victor? Is it going to be the Samoan Coalition, the Weapons of Mass Destruction, Phenomenal Soul, or Demolition? What do you guys think? All 4 of these teams are multiple tag team champions. In some cases, multiple tag team and singles competition champions. Jay Simmons has been Grand Prix champion. He's been Legends champion. Joe Lincoln's been a world champion. Mitchell Vaughn has been tag team champion as well as pure wrestling champion, Grand Prix champion. I mean, they're all I can't remember the exact number, but I believe Demolition has together held 27 or 28 championships. Now, majority of those being tag team championships, but they've worn a lot of gold. So this is one hell of a matchup. It is going to be a barn brawler if you've ever seen a barn brawler. It's probably going to get ugly very quickly. So without further ado, let's get to the next match of the night. Junior Tag Team Championship on the line. Ladder 4-way tag team matchup. Demolition, Phenomenal Soul, Weapons of Mass Destruction, and the Samoan Coalition. And of course, Big Bubba B, a former member of the Weapons of Mass Destruction. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when Mnemonics, Mitchell Vaughn, and Big Bubba B get into that ring again. They spent many moons as allies. Now they're going to battle. But let's go. Next match of the night. Junior Tag Team titles on the line. Let's go. Xia Li is going to be our solo female. Braun Strowman and Ricochet are the only tag team. Oh, we have that tag team, yeah. I thought you were talking about a team with Xia Li. I was like, I don't recall any conversations about it. It was just the way it was written. I forget where you posted it. I think it was in discussion room, or maybe it was in title redemptions. I forget. But anyways, just the way that was written, it looked like it was going to be somebody with Xia Li. I don't know. I have no idea why.
Introducing first.
So we're going to actually, are we going to call, so that's going to be their name, Braun Strowman and Ricochet are now going to be, because they're going to be booked tomorrow night anyways. But so we're going to book them as the Occult, if I have that capability. If not, what would you like to call Braun Strowman and Ricochet?
A lot of drama involved with this one.
Yeah, her and AJ was a 10-bit. We lost AJ.
Her and AJ was a team. By the way, we lost AJ Lee's contract. Does anybody have AJ right now? I don't even know. I don't know if anybody has that contract or if it's up for grabs. As you can see, Joe Lincoln and Jay Simmons already the World Tag Team Champions. Tonight, they're looking to, for the very first time ever, hold the Junior Tag Team Championships and the World Tag Team Championships at the same time. That'd be interesting to, I mean, if they actually pull this off, what happens? What's management going to do about that? So, because, I mean, what are they going to do? Challenge themselves? I mean, I guess they can challenge the World War III tag team champions. Joling says, hope the show is going great. Just started not long ago, Joling. Welcome in, Joling. I know you're twerking, working, and lurking. But the only match you've missed so far, Joling, was the tone setter of the evening, and it was a Crimson elimination style matchup for the Legends contract case. And if you want to know who won, you're going to have to watch the VOD, sir. No spoilers here tonight. I can tell you what the match is. I will not tell you who won it.
I'm glad you're Liv Archer, but I cannot join. I feel like
Life says, I'm glad you're Live Archer, but I cannot join. I feel like trash. That's okay. You're here. You're in the chat room. You're conversing with the community. That's all that really matters.
They're here.
Jolink says, YouTube, you can rewind. That's true. They are supposed to be adding that feature for us on Twitch. Now, they've been saying that for many moons now, and it hasn't really happened yet. You know, so there's that. Interesting that there's a case hanging above the ring. I mean, I understand it's a ladder match, but there's titles on the line. Shouldn't the junior tag team titles be hanging above the ring? Or maybe they're in that contract case? I don't know.
Of an all-time classic match, and I fully expect it to deliver on that promise.
Hello, Oni.
I mean, currently, until they cash them in later tonight, the Judgment Day are, technically speaking, the reigning junior tag team champions. But they are cashing in against the Wolfpack later this evening. Count Dexcula and Marshall Omega putting their titles on the line against the Judgment Day. Apparently Finn Balor's going to be in tow. Be interesting to see who else is going to be in tow tonight. Who will the Wolfpack bring to the ring with them, if anybody? I mean, I do expect to see probably Andre the Giant. But you never know. We shall see. That would make the most sense to me. Especially if Finn Balor's going to come out and get his nose involved in the business.
John Cena will be at the next 7 SmackDowns starting today.
Big Bubba B and Solo Sikoa, the Samoan Coalition.
730 pounds. Big Bubba,
two very formidable superstars.
Solo Sikoa, the
Big Bubba B's a powerhouse that can also mix it up with technical wrestling. And Solo Sikoa, he is just unhinged. He reminds me of a cross between his dad and an Uso.
Bad we can't watch it.
He's explosive, a little bit scary. He can mix it up in the ring very well. I actually like Solo a lot. Good to see him teaming with Big Bubba B after turning on Roman Reigns. Big Bubba B and Roman Reigns have a long rivaled history. To this day, Big Bubba B would love to do nothing more than punch Roman Reigns in the face every single night if he was given the opportunity, as a matter of fact. So,
Life.
John Cena will be at the next 7 SmackDowns starting today. Yeah, we were actually talking about that. We were just reading the dirt sheets about that. Not just that, they're looking at potentially doing a babyface versus babyface matchup between Cena and Rhodes, which, if you ask me, at some point turns into babyface versus heel. And if I had to guess, it would be a heel version of the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Just a guess. Infinite Oni! Yo, Oni! What's going on, Oni? Hey, man, how was the rest of your stream? I mean, I was multitasking. I had Milo. I had housework. I had a lot of stuff going on. But I was there. I mean, you had a very good stream, my friend. I had a good time while I was there. You get a nice little community. I'm so glad that we have so many brilliant people in the Archerverse community, because you guys also have your own fantastic communities. We all intermingle, and it is fantastic. It is really fantastic. But yeah, how was the rest of your stream, Oni? How did it go? What did you accomplish after I left? I mean, obviously you knew I was ducking out at some point. I had to get the show on the go. I was already 2 hours late because of my child. And I don't mean my grandson. I do mean his father. I mean, how ghastly is that? Moves out, still causing villainy. And y'all saw at the beginning of this match, too. This is 2 matches in a row. First match was supposed to be the Crimson Eliminator, which means inside of a chamber. And it was an elimination-style Crimson matchup. This is supposed to be for the junior tag titles, yet I do see a Money in the Bank briefcase from a different promotion, which could get us sued, hanging above the fucking ring. I'm seriously confused right now. Now, again, don't get me wrong, the Judgment Day do have the Junior Tag Team Championships. They're cashing those in later, but it's not like there wasn't other ones made for this evening to hang above that ring. And what do we got? We got a different promotion. Why are we advertising for Money in the Bank? Absolutely ghastly. Somebody should be fired. Not even gonna lie, somebody should be fucking well fired. Fired, I say. It was alright. I didn't realize Nighthawks 24 was streaming tonight, so I ended to check him out. January ended up having the night off there. I just cleared a dungeon mainly. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match and new junior tag team champions. From Team Soul Embers, it is Big Bubba B, his partner in crime, Solo Sikoa. The Samoan Coalition, your new junior tag team champions. Still not sure why he pulled a briefcase down off of that hook instead of championship belts.
Big Bubba Bruno.
Seriously confused right now.
The Coalition.
Virgil, don't worry about getting sued.
Seriously confused right now, but regardless, the Samoan Coalition, now the junior tag team champions, and able to challenge any tag team champion of their choosing, whether it be World War III's tag team champions or whether it be Wrestle Wars Genesis tag team champions. They get the pick of the lot. Let's see who they choose. All right, we'll move on to the next match of the night. It is a lockdown matchup between Elijah Archer and Bray Wyatt. Elijah Archer was, of course, the Legends champion. And then Bray Wyatt came in and stole that championship from, or that, at least, if you ask Elijah Archer, stole the championship from him.
Oh, neat.
Bray Wyatt disagrees. Says it was a breeze taking that championship from the one. And then, of course, Bray Wyatt ended up losing that Legends Championship. Tonight, a grudge match inside of a lockdown. At least that's what it's supposed to be. I mean, you can see for yourself it says that. It literally says it right there. Actually, it says steel cage. It should say lockdown. I have no idea what's going on. We'll see what happens. This is supposed to be a lockdown matchup. It is a lockdown, a grudge match between two legends of TWA. It is the one Elijah Archer versus Bray Wyatt. That is next. Let's turn and burn. Let's go. And we'll see if Archer comes out with his proper entrance, or if, you know, for whatever reason he decides to utilize his old one. I do like surprises. We shall see.
Ooh, fancy, LOL.
All right, so while we're waiting for the one Elijah Archer. Yeah, I mean, it does look like he's utilizing his old entrance again. I have no idea what's going on. He hasn't utilized this entrance in a dog's age. I have no clue why he keeps coming out to that entrance. But anyways, Archer can do what he wants as long as he behaves himself. Alright, so back to the dirt sheets. I left off with information about NWA Power, and of course I did say you guys should check that out if you get the opportunity. NWA Power always puts on a great show. You can catch it on YouTube. It's Power with 3 R's. So NWA Power will have an upgraded look next Tuesday. Insider reports that Billy Corgan has invested in major production enhancements that will improve entrances and more. So I'll have to check that out myself. I'm intrigued. I really like NWA. Nick Aldis was a fantastic NWA champion, by the way. I think I said that earlier. I'll say it again. I do like Nick Aldis. During his time in WWE, Ryback heard that Vince McMahon had arenas bugs, so he would know what the fuck is going on with the talent. The big guy would purposely talk shit about management into mics. He knew we're by the ring. It's not clear if this has anything to do with those missed calls from Stanford. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to make out of that. I mean, Ryback's weird, man. I don't know. I actually liked Ryback. You know, again, it's one of those situations where I completely disagreed that it was I don't know. A lot of people were comparing him to Goldberg, and again, it was one of those situations. I'm sorry, but he's got more wrestling talent than Bill Goldberg ever did. He's a big guy. He can do a spear. He can do a jackhammer and all that stuff. But I mean, I think he was better than Goldberg. Goldberg was I think he was one of the more overhyped superstars in wrestling history. But you know, I don't speak for everyone, obviously. But that's just how I feel about that. Life says Elijah's drunk. Yeah, no shit. He keeps coming out to the wrong entrance. Did someone in the back accidentally grab the toy briefcase to cover their asses? We know Steve did that last time he misplaced the titles. I have no idea. I mean, to be fair, like I said, the reigning junior tag champs are the Judgment Day. They do have the original belts. They are cashing those in tonight when they take on the Wolfpack Horsemen, but there was new belts made. They could be hanging above that ring, and instead there was a contract case up there that didn't even belong to our promotion. Ghastly. One thing we remember about Ryback is he's very hungry. Feed me more. Yeah. I liked Ryback, though. I really did. Wouldn't even mind seeing him make a comeback. I mean, I think he does says some dumb shit online. Right? So that's a little bit of a problem. But there's other superstars out there that have said we're shit and done we're shit, and they've been given callbacks and opportunities, Legends contracts and everything under the sun. Now, he's not a Legend. He's not getting a Legends contract, but he's still got some good years left in him. Bring him in and turn him loose again. I think Ryback has what it takes to be a champion. And I think he's got what it... I mean, I think there was a lot of people that... I don't think it was just me that liked Ryback.
A darkness that has swallowed Bray Wyatt whole.
Yeah, he has a bunch of bad hot takes. Yeah. Yeah, he needs to stop doing stupid, dumb shit online. You know what I mean? If he's ever going to make a comeback, or if he ever does want to make a comeback in WWE, I don't know. Some people just don't have the capability to come back, so there's that. I don't know whether or not the door's left open for Ryback or not. I don't know. He could be one of those superstars that have burned too many bridges with the company. I don't know, because I mean he has said some outlandish shit here and there. But I don't know what the status of Ryback is with, or general consensus of Ryback even is with management right now. I'm surprised he hasn't ended up in AEW, but maybe he's just one of those guys that refuses to go there. I don't know. But anyways, Bray Wyatt trying to choke the life out of the one Elijah Archer in this lockdown matchup. At least we got the correct match this time. Fantastique. I mean, we got the right match last time, but we got a contract case instead of the junior tag titles. That was weird for me. Anyway. So there's another rumor roundup by Cage Side Seats about CM Punk backstage drama. Big surprise. I expect Lanola to pipe up at any moment. WWE secret signing, Wood's injury, and more. Again, it's CagesideSeats.com. Randall Ortman So, rumors for the day, following up on yesterday's rumor about CM Punk's backstage confrontation with Miro. Yes, not just Jack Perry, now Miro. Fightful Select heard that Punk and Miro were just joking around. It was misinterpreted by wrestlers who heard it. I mean, maybe. Or, I mean, at this point, are they just saying that to save face? Because it would be like 2 backstage altercations in one event. I don't know. But apparently misinterpreted by the wrestlers who heard it. Anyway, even so, F4W Online's Brian Alvarez maintains the story is true, and there was a serious issue between Punk and Miro. Yeah, that's more likely, right? That's more likely. Fightful also heard that Punk versus Ricky Starks for the Real World Championship was at one point the likely main event for this Sunday's All Out pay-per-view in Chicago, but the status of the match is now uncertain given Punk's reported suspension following his backstage altercation with Jack Perry at All In. PW Insider claims the belief among those in AEW is that Punk was fined for taking shots at Hangman Page after the August 12th episode of Collision went off the air, and the fine may have been in the five-figure range. PW Torch notes that Punk wasn't the only wrestler underwhelmed with the AEW's travel accommodations in London for All In. Multiple wrestlers were not picked up at the airport, which is something the WWE and New Japan Pro Wrestling handle. I tried to combine 2 fucking words there. Did you hear that shit? Handle well when it comes to international tours. Alvarez said there are a lot of rumors about COVID and AEW. This might be related to Tony Khan's announcement before last night's Dynamite went on the air about late changes to the card. Alvarez also indicated that Xavier Woods is dealing with a legitimate injury following the injury angle on Raw where McIntyre threw a chair at him. I don't know if it was the chair spot, but I believe that Woods was hurt, so hopefully he'll be back soon, but something happened and he suffered some sort of injury. Fightful Select was told that WWE secretly signed Authors of Pain in 2022 before Vince McMahon returned to power. And PW Insider added that there have been discussions about AOP appearing on NXT next month. I mean, I liked Authors of Pain, so I have no problem with them making a return. I thought they dropped the ball with AOP, actually. And I think actually bringing them to NXT is the right idea. I think bring them back, let them rebuild their fan base and get the mojo going, if you will, right, in NXT. And then set them off on the path of destructive monsters that they always should have been on the main roster, and let them have a good run there. But yeah, so what do you guys think about this whole CM Punk shenanigans and nonsense that continues to go on? You didn't like AOP, Strife? Come on! AOP was awesome. Now, what AOP lacked was obviously they're not going to be overly charismatic. They were built and bred to be a heel tag team. They needed a good manager. You know who you put with AOP? Paul fucking Heyman. Or somebody that's in the neighborhood of being as good as Paul Heyman. I don't know. AOP needs a good manager, I think. So far, Bray Wyatt and the One Elijah Archer putting on a spectacle here inside the 4 sides of scrap steel. So we got the correct matchup, but man, they're using an old rusty cell.
How did he get the shoulder up? What an incredible match we are witnessing.
Kind of crazy. That thing could fall apart while they're in there. They were good in NXT. Their main run was so bad. That's what I said earlier. They dropped the ball with AOP because in NXT they were dominant. They did the same fucking things with the Acolytes. You know, and I really liked the Acolytes. We needed a team like the Acolytes. We still do. We don't have any Undertakers anymore. We just lost Bray Wyatt. You know what I mean? And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the lockdown grudge match. Bray Wyatt, your victor over the one Elijah Archer. Big win for Bray Wyatt. And that was one hell of a match. Back and forth, a constant struggle for control, but in the end, Bray Wyatt standing tall and is our victor of this lockdown grudge match between two former Legends champions that would love to get back into the spotlight of that Legends championship. All right. By the way, Joe Lincoln, not Joe Lincoln, he can't hear me. He's backstage getting sewn up. He got busted up. But Joe Link, rather, management team at Joe Link, did you happen to go back and watch the Tone Setter of the Night? Did you see who won that? Glenola says we need the APA. Well, the AOP could be the new APA if it was done right. I'm telling you, there's so much potential with APA. If you go back, or APA, Jesus fuck, AOP. If you go back and watch the AOP in NXT on, just go on YouTube and watch some of the match highlights from when they were in NXT. They were phenomenal, absolutely dominant. But then they took them to the main roster and they just turned them into jobbers basically and just dropped the ball. I have no idea why the hell they did that. Okay. Because if you said yes, I was going to actually call you and say, okay, who won? Because we all know, Joe. Even Sir Jack the Greatest knows who won that match. He was here, sir. How dare you consider your work obligations more important than being here with the community? Actually, you are here, so there's that.
Hey, Sir Jack.
So there's that. Bradshaw or Simmons being AOP's manager would be amazing. Literally making them the new APA. Yeah, you know what? That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Hey, Joe.
I mean, to be fair, I'm just glad they're back. I did not know they were secretly signed. See, that's what I was saying. We were talking about this on one of our last shows, right? They're getting very good. Well, they're getting very good at a couple different things. Zapping streams. Man, they're vicious. Also, getting very good at the element of surprise again. They're surprising us with returns and, you know, some things get leaked, but I think it's only what they want leaked gets leaked anymore. I think they're doing a very good job being tight-lipped. And as the talent pool deepens and things get more exciting, I can't wait to see what happens going forward. But wrestling's getting good again. I mean, and that's any wrestling fan, that's all we want is a great wrestling scene. We don't want just a great WWE. We want to see AEW get better. We want to see Impact improve. Because in my opinion, Impact Wrestling is still all about the Knockouts division. I think if it wasn't for the Knockouts division, that company would fail and fall into the abyss. As it is, they're about to celebrate an anniversary. But I want to see all wrestling promotions do well. It is good for business when they're all doing well. And again, and it probably will never happen while Vince McMahon has any breath left in his lungs, but eventually I don't want WrestleMania to be just the grandest stage on the planet. I don't want to just be the biggest show for WWE every year. I want to see it become the forbidden door of opportunity. WrestleMania becomes the biggest show in wrestling history, period, by showcasing people from different promotions. New Japan Pro Wrestling, AEW, Impact Wrestling, they all have qualifying matches for them to be able to show up at the showcase of the Immortals and compete on the grandest stage in wrestling history. I would do that. That would be, and they need to take WrestleMania on the road too. They need to go to the Tokyo Dome. They need to go over to Wembley Stadium. There's a lot of, imagine now, because WrestleMania sells like never before. WrestleMania at Wembley Stadium now, they'd need to build new seats, especially now that AEW has broken a record, 2 records. 3 if you include their own personal record, right? You take WrestleMania to Wembley Stadium, that's your answer. You take it to Wembley Stadium, and you have people like Finn Balor winning titles. You have people like Drew McIntyre winning titles. You have people like Sheamus winning titles. Listen, if they need me to book a Wembley Stadium WrestleMania, you just give the Archerverse a call. You give Archer a call. Somebody want to drop our link in case they're actually watching us? No, but seriously. WrestleMania could become the Okada versus John Cena. Fuck yeah. Take my money. Fuck yeah. That would be fantastic. I think Okada would work very well with John Cena. Seth Rollins as well. That would be a heck of a match. But there's other people, guys. Tanahashi, Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay. Come on, guys. Think out of the box here. There's all kinds of great things that could happen. The Young Bucks at WrestleMania. Although, to be fair, like I've said time and time again, and I know not everybody agrees, because a lot of people, especially AEW fans, they consider the Elite and, of course, the Young Bucks the best tag team, one of the best tag teams in the world. Actually, don't. You know, I think FTR is better than the Young Bucks. I think there's a lot of teams that are better than the Young Bucks, even in history. But they are very good, and I would love to see them have a WrestleMania moment. I don't take anything. I'm not taking away and or trying to bury the Young Bucks. I just don't agree that they're. I don't agree that they're like top 5 best tag teams of all time or anything. Is what I'm saying. FTR is the best tag team in the world right now. FTR is the best tag team in the world right now. Absolutely phenomenal team. Tanahashi is like the Bret Hart of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. And he's a phenomenal performer. Tanahashi is a phenomenal performer. Young Bucks are not even in our top 10. They are good. They're just so... Oh, there's just so many better teams. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too, Strife. That's what I'm saying too. I'm not taking anything away from the Young Bucks. They are a very, very good team. And they are better than many teams. But they are not better than many other teams too. Right? I'm sorry, but the Hart Foundation was a better tag team. Right? FTR is a better tag team. The Usos were a better tag team. You know, I can think of a lot of tag teams. We can keep going all night long here. We can start picking tag teams from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Joe Link, you want to throw a tag team from New Japan out there? I mean, there's just teams that are flat out better, and even in history. Because, again, I mean, look, just saying the Hart Foundation alone, one of the best tag teams of all time. Easy top 5 for Bret Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. But yeah, no, Joe Link, I absolutely agree. FTR, awesome tag team. All right, let's move on to the next match of the night and our first championship match of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, a TLC matchup for one of the most prestigious championships in wrestling today, the Women's Wrestle Wars Television Championship. From Team Life is Great, it is Roxanne Riley, the reincarnated Roxanne Riley, ready to take on Wildcat Ashley Marie from Team AMC Me. This is going to be a slobber knocker. These two cats are going to claw each other's eyeballs out. This one will most definitely get ugly very quickly. But it is going to be sensational. Women's Television Championship on the line. It is next. What do you guys think? Who is walking out with the Women's Television Championship? The championship that Ashley Marie just won from January, not too long ago. Now, she didn't beat her in singles competition. She did not beat her in singles competition. Let's remember, first and foremost, that the entire Wolfpack Gals challenged January in an attempt to take the title from her, and Ashley Marie is the one that came out on top. Now, to be fair, and I think Team Infinite Oni would agree, to be fair, after January ended up getting eliminated, which wasn't immediately, she put up the fight of a lifetime. She went down a fighting champion. The Wolfpack Gals did go to battle against one another. They truly did. They beat the shit out of each other. But that is absolutely fitting because the Women's Television Championship and the Men's Television Championship, two of the most prestigious championships in history next to the world title. And now the Grand Prix Championship. The Grand Prix Championship has really come a long way over time. It's become a highly sought-after, very prestigious title in its own right. As prestigious as the Television or World Championship, I don't know. If not, it's climbing. It is getting there. We've seen some sensational Grand Prix champions. This is not a cat fight. This is a tiger fight. You're goddamn right it's going to be, and it's going to be phenomenal. Let's get the show on the go. It is showtime and go time for the Wrestle Wars Genesis Women's Television Championship. Roxanne Riley, the Sorceress, versus the Wildcat, Ashley Marie. Let's go. Okay. So while these guys make their way to the ring, I am going to take a quick bathroom break. I will be right back, hopefully before they even get to the battle, because they don't want to miss a single solitary second of the action. If you guys want to tell some jokes while I'm gone for a few moments, I'll read them when I come back, as I always do. Tell me a story, I'll read it. Doesn't matter what you want to do. Either way, I'll catch up with chat, and then we'll move on with the Dirt Sheets. If there's not a whole lot of interesting things going on in the Dirt Sheets, crack-lack, and I have those 2 lists where you can get started, so that's okay. But I will be right back. Enjoy the match. Or at least the entrances. BRB.
Sorceress Riley. It's a big-time opportunity, Byron, as the title will be on the line here.
You're right, Michael, and judging from the response on social media heading into this match, we're likely to see a new champ crowned here tonight.
Foxy Roxy got this. Don't call her Roxy, laugh.
Big matches are where this woman thrives, and competing for that title is about as big as it gets.
That gets people punched. Laughing.
Here comes a true superstar.
And introducing the champion from the 5th dimension, she is the television champion, Wildcat Ashley Marie.
Remember, guys, the title is on the line here in this one.
And I don't remember the last time the champ was in this much jeopardy, Cole. Tonight might just be the night the title changes hands. This may
Hey,
be
Roxy.
her biggest
Watch
title
me pull a
defense
rabbit out
yet.
of my head. As real, oh no, not a punch. I would hate that, laugh.
Here you have the championship on the line, a champion on high alert. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in store for something special.
Oh, going up high with the punch.
I love
Nice
how
amateur
the entire
takedown.
world pack is
All the
just
way over.
from the 5th dimension, now, laugh.
Whip back into the ring. Beautiful takedown into the Achilles lock. Well, this isn't going to...
Crawling, scratching, doing whatever it takes. She will not let this match end.
A rolling elbow. Ah, look at this. To the arm. And this one might be headed ringside. Taking it to the floor. What's she going to do?
Edges out of the way.
Surprised it's not, parts unknown, only because they have all gotten so drunk they forgot.
Inverted suplex. The champ getting put on the back foot here. Oh, by the hair, whipped across the ring.
That ain't right.
I honestly can't believe we just saw a human being tossed like that. I cannot stress enough how important it is to watch your back in a TLC match.
All right, returned. All right, what have you villains been up to? Appreciate Archer. How dare you try to stir the pot? All of this is World War III. It is not Wrestle Wars Genesis. How dare you try to be insubordinate and create chaos in my chat room? Not appreciated. If you could be AKO'd, actually, I think you can be AKO'd. Somebody AKO Glenola. I would seriously appreciate that. Edge and Christian were a great tag team together. They absolutely were. I don't listen. I'm not sure I am on the same page and have the same sentiment as a lot of other people that want to see Edge and Christian reunite one more time and go out and retire as a. I don't know about that. I don't even know if Edge is even going to go to WWE. Right? It's pure speculation. It could happen. And I'll be honest, if it did happen, it's one of those situations where I actually wouldn't care either way. You know? Life is great, AKO to Glenola. Take that, Glenola. How dare you? Thank you very much, Life. One of the best mods in the entire... Wait a minute. Why are you Nightbreeze in here tonight? Last time you were here, I believe you were under DJ Lone Wolf. Glenola, I have to mod all of your call signs. I don't even... Is DJ Lone Wolf also a moderator?
Moves outside. What's the plan here?
I can't remember if I've modded all of your accounts or not. No, I'm pretty sure he's been in here under DJ Lone Wolf too. I think. Maybe not. I feel like he has been. 782. Did the numbers come up? The numbers here at YTD, I think, are different.
I've never seen it. LOL.
You've never seen it? Yeah, I didn't either. I don't. Oh, you didn't see DJ Lone Wolf. Okay. I almost think that he has, but I'm not 100%. 125 is unlucky. At least I think. Again, I'm not sure if the numbers for the jackpot have actually populated tonight. I'm just looking here now. You see if at any given point they've popped up, but I don't see them anywhere, which is weird. Yeah, no, they haven't. I should check on that. How do you know that? Does it say that somewhere? Did I miss something? But anyways, yeah, whoa! Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the TLC match and new Wrestle Wars Genesis Women's Television Champion from Team Life is Great. The Sorceress herself, Roxanne Riley, the new Women's Television Champion. Congratulations, Life is Great. And Roxanne Riley with a big win. Of course, you know, Life, I got to just come out and ask here. DJ is modded here. Okay, I thought you'd been here as DJ Lone Wolf. Life hasn't seen you in here under that moniker, but a big congratulations from Team Infinitoni, who is probably very excited because the Wolfpack gals just took a big L as Roxanne Riley wins the television championship from Ashley Marie. And of course, Ashley Marie, the one that won the television title while they were all ganging up on January in that Fatal 5 matchup where January lost that television championship. Again, let's not forget, January, the coldest bitch on the planet,
Congratulations, Roxanne.
has now done something that nobody in TWA history has ever done. She has held 6 championships at one time. She was the first to hold 5, then she was the first to hold 6, and Winter Swarm at one point held all of the gold. They still hold a majority of the gold. Let's not forget that Winter Swarm have the Tag Team Championship, the World Tag Team Championships. B. Jackson has the Pure Wrestling Championship, the Legends Championship. January holds the Grand Prix Championship and still holds the Women's World Championship. 2 Grand Slam champions. Winter Swarm is a dominant team. You redeemed a match for which title? The television title? Yes, I do know that. That is tomorrow night, Oni. I thought we discussed that already. I think people are getting confused, because, and especially considering we got such a late start today due to uncontrollable circumstances. But World War III and Wrestle Wars Genesis are different. I am having a special show with both champions being showcased on one show, but no, your title shots tomorrow night. Also, I believe, is it Kaiva Blade?
What were you gonna ask, Archer?
Is going to be cashing in tomorrow night.
Told me, but it's all right. I forgot.
I never told you. You forgot? Which one is it? Did I not tell you, or did you forget? I mean, I tend to think the latter, because I'm pretty sure we did discuss it.
It's a TAV title.
Yeah, it is, but I mean, it just happens to be making a special appearance tonight. But no, the match, the one you redeemed, will be tomorrow night. Sadly for January, she's being challenged by Kaiva as well. You can blame Sir Jack for that. He's an animal. I mean, he's a feathered animal. Especially tonight. Man said on Discord he's going to join the broadcast. What does he do? He uses supper as a backdoor escape route. Tucks feather tails and runs away. But anyways, again, congratulations to Team Life is Great. You made Infinite Oni happy. The Wolfpack gals no longer have the control over that television championship, but beware. Roxanne Riley, January is going to be coming for your ass. But anyways, let's move on, shall we? Next match of the evening, this is a triple iron to gold match in the men's division for the Wrestle Wars Genesis Television Championship. Humboldt's the Arcane from Team Strife. From Team Mick Marvel, it is Mick Marvelous, a.k.a. Mick Marvel, former television champion. And, of course, the reigning defending champion from Team Shadows, it is Tony Stone putting his title on the line. Triple iron to gold to determine who's walking away with the Wrestle Wars Genesis Television Championship. What do you guys think? Who's walking out the champion? Let's not forget that Humboldt's has been the Grand Prix champion. He is a formidable opponent for anybody. Mick Marvel started out YTD Sensation with just a blemish on his record until his career just took off. Won the television championship, since lost the TV title. As you can see, Tony Stone, the new reigning defending champion. So Humboldt's would love to get his hands around that prestigious gold. Mick Marvel wants the title back, and Tony Stone, well, he's not willing to give it away. They're going to have to, well, get as many pinfalls, submissions, TKOs, or knockouts as they possibly can in the allotted time. But that's the next match of the night. Wrestle Wars Genesis Television Championship on the line. Humboldt's versus Mick Marvel versus Tony Stone. Let's go. Infinite Oni says Stone is retaining. Now it is triple iron to gold. Falls count anywhere during this matchup. Who's making their way to the ring first here? For some reason, the Titantron's not working.
The following contest
It is Mick Marvel.
Oh, this is gonna be
We got to fix Mick Marvel's Videotron. I don't know what's going on there. Video production is slacking tonight, I got to tell you. This is definitely going to be a bloodbath.
and then the
From
sentence
Minneapolis,
ended.
Minnesota,
LOL.
weighing in
Life says, you started,
26
Life, I got to ask, and then the sentence ended.
Marvelous.
It's a big time.
Oh yeah, Life, I got to ask. Roxanne Riley. I mean, is she an adopted Blade now, or is she still part of the Wolfpack Gals? Has she fully left? I mean, I've seen the vignettes, I've seen the conversations, but there's always a little deception everywhere. You're not sure what's what until you hear it from the horse's mouth themselves. What's going on there? I mean, she's definitely got a career resurgence. She has been doing absolutely phenomenal since aligning herself with the Blades. Not even going to beat around the bush on that one. She's been doing sensational. I mean, she just became the new television champion. She is on a fucking roll.
But he is prepared to make all the doubters eat their words.
But yeah, tell us, what's going on there? I think everybody would like to know. What's Roxanne Riley up to? What's her agenda exactly? Inquiring minds must know. Oni would like to know. Strife would like to know. Sir Jack would like to know. Glenola would like to know. Life would like to know. Joe would like to know. The masses would like to know. Tell us a story, Life. Tell us a story about the sorceress, Roxanne Riley. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The mysterious wizard of TWA and YTD. Humboldt's the Arcane, about to make his way to the squared circle. Man knows how to make an entrance, that's for sure. Damn, there's fireworks going off everywhere. Flames. Reminds me of an old Team Kraken Skulls entrance. Or an old Wolfpack entrance where they were burning down buildings, destroying property. I get a little freaked out when people have too much pyro. Archer included. Why does he need all that pyro? What the hell is wrong with him? But anyway.
Yeah, teleportation magic is flashy.
She's out of the Wolfpack. I'm not sure if she's officially with the Blades, but sure is working towards it. Strife says, oh, we know Roxanne's agenda. Booty. I mean, you can't blame her. You can't blame her. She did not feel like she had a way to move up and out with the pack. You know what? I think we all felt like that. No offense to the Wolfpack or the Wolfpack Gals. Phenomenal faction. But we felt like, unlike Kyle Riley, who's always had a surge, we feel like Roxanne Riley was being held back in favor of people like Tia and Rose. And She-Fiend. She was in the shadows. Cast to the side. Put baby in a corner, if you will.
Alice does have a nice booty.
Strife says, yeah, teleportation magic is quite flashy. It's also scary as hell. Like, you don't know what to expect from Humboldt's the Arcane. I mean, look at him. He looks like some wizard out of the 16th century or something. And by the way, he looks like he's ancient. Not that I'm age discriminating or anything, but he looks like he's ancient. But wait till he takes off the cloak and... I mean, the man is chiseled. He's one scary dude, in my opinion. He's not the biggest dude on the roster, but he is one of the scariest dudes on the roster, I think. For me, personally. Infinitoni says, Alice does have a nice booty. She does. I think everybody agrees Alice has a nice booty. We can't lie about that one. There's no denying.
Yeah, good thing Humboldt
good thing Humboldt is kind-hearted and not a villain. Yeah, oh, Jesus Christ. I couldn't even imagine a heel run for Humboldt. That would be absolutely insane.
I wish Rox had handled it a little differently than she. But dude does be.
Wrestle Wars Genesis Television Champion making his way to the ring, representing the weapons of mass destruction and Team Shadows, Tony Stone.
And introducing the champion,
the television champion. Here he comes.
Of mass destruction from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 278
but so does,
pounds.
but do does B. I assume that's supposed to say, but so does B.
Champion Tony
People would
Stone.
die.
Strike says people would die. Humboldt can throw fire and lightning. He can throw fire and lightning. What is he, the son of Zeus? Jesus Christ. Let's keep a lid on that. We don't need that happening. We've had enough shenanigans in TWA and YTD World War III to last a lifetime, much less add more fire and lightning to the situation. I mean, do y'all remember the Nightmare Damien, the Little Joy Nightmare? Those two crazy sumbitches would shoot themselves up with lightning before coming to a wrestling match. You know, some people do some push-ups, maybe some jumping jacks, chug back of water, or maybe a vitamin water. No. Not Little Joy Nightmare and Damien. They shot themselves up with lightning like it was some sort of new steroid. And would literally stagger smoking from the head to the ring. It was absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. Where do you think his pyro comes from? Jesus. We need to stop discussing that. It's freaking me out. All right, here we go. Titles officially on the line. Triple iron to gold. Falls count anywhere. Mick Marvel, Humboldt's, and Tony Stone. 15 minutes. Let's go. All right, so jumping back to the dirt sheets here, we'll see what else is crack-a-lacking, if anything.
It's a challenge anyone would hesitate to accept.
Wait, what? Here's something interesting from about an hour ago. It is WrestleNews.co, Andrew Ravens. Apparently, Dennis Rodman has been announced for AEW Collision. Like, what? Dennis Rodman. Now, don't get me wrong, he's been involved with wrestling before, but how could he possibly play into anything they're doing? That confuses me. But anyways, here we go. Andrew Ravens wrote the article. NBA legend Dennis Rodman is slated to make his AEW debut on Saturday during Collision from the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. The promotion announced the news today and touted he would be appearing in his return to the arena that he played at so many times in his legendary career as a member of the Chicago Bulls. And, you know, that might draw some ratings, too, I'll be honest with that one. You know, Dennis Rodman's got a pretty big fan base, followed on social media. Chicago, he's got lots of fans in Chicago. I mean, that could actually draw some high ratings for him, maybe. I don't know. Again, AEW doesn't necessarily draw the attention from the main scene wrestling fans, so they got their own set of fans. But anyway, but yeah, so his legendary career as a member of the Chicago Bulls, played there. So, I mean, that could be a very good thing for them. But anyways, it's unclear exactly what he'll be doing on the show. But this is a big get for the promotion. They've previously brought in Shaq for a mixed tag team match where he teamed with Jade Cargill to beat Red Velvet and Cody Rhodes a few years ago. Rodman previously made appearances for WCW from 1997 to 1999, where he was aligned with the NWO and teamed up for a few matches with Hulk Hogan, including a July 1997 Bash at the Beach event in a loss to Lex Luger and the Giant. The following month, Rodman dressed up as Sting at Road Wild to help Hogan retain the world title. Hogan and Rodman worked a match against Karl Malone and DDP the next month at Bash at the Beach. He also lost to Randy Savage at Road Wild in 1999. Ricky Starks to challenge Ricky Steamboat to a strap match at All Out, which is very strange too, by the way. Like, you know, I don't know. Anyway, Dax Harwood versus Jay White. World Trios champions Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, and Billy Gunn versus Daniel Garcia, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker. And Saraya, Tony Storm, and Ruby Soho will be taking on Britt Baker, Hikaru Shida, and Chris Statlander. So that will also take place on the show. So that's interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think? First and foremost, I guess, are you guys Dennis Rodman fans? Do you guys like Dennis Rodman at all?
What a display of stamina.
Strife says Undertaker is actually the one who taught Humboldt how to control his inner magic to be able to use it. Why his lightning and his teleportation magic is so strong. Damn, that's interesting backstory. Infinite Oni says Humboldt is going to be killed by Lord Voldemort. Good God, why are we bringing Voldemort into this situation? Don't give Count Dexcula any ideas. Listen, we don't need any new incarnations. We've had a good run with Count Dexcula. We don't need a Valderdex. Good God, I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. Anyways, the Worm is coming back to wrestling. What? Glenola says the Worm is coming. I don't know what that means. You're going to have to elaborate on that for me, Glenola. I'm at a loss for that one. Strife says, Oni, you're not wrong. Valdi would kill Humboldt. It would be a good fight, though. Could Humboldt beat Gandalf, Oni wants to know. Strife, that's a question for you. Could Humboldt beat Gandalf?
Rodman was called the Worm.
Rodman was called the Worm. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Scotty too hottie.
Strife says Scotty too hottie. No, yeah, they did refer to Rodman as the Worm during his tenure in WCW for whatever reason. I can't remember the reason. Did he do the Worm? I forget. Strife says, oh, no, likely not. No, not likely. Not likely.
And what need is there to go looking under the apron like this?
So anyways, yeah, are you guys Rodman fans? Do you guys care that he's going to AEW? What are your thoughts on that? And while you're answering that, I'll move on, see if there's anything else interesting.
It's not over yet.
Shifts it back onto him.
Nice one hooked. Rolling cutter. Gonna see a new champ.
Cover. He stops the count.
Well, here's something interesting. Looks like Bray Wyatt was close to making AEW debut before WWE returned. So this is by Andrew Ravens, WrestlingNews.co. So Bray Wyatt nearly became All Elite before returning to WWE last year. WWE released Wyatt in the summer of 2021 despite him being close to returning to television after disappearing following his WrestleMania 37 loss to Randy Orton. It was a shocking release as he was a top star and top earning for the company. Before Wyatt returned to WWE, it was reported that Vince McMahon didn't like him personally and would shout derogatory things at Wyatt about his physique. It was also reported Wyatt pushed back on creative and called out bad ideas, which McMahon didn't like. So Wyatt was labeled as having a bad attitude. Wyatt was brought back by Triple H when he took over the main roster. Creative, sadly, the wrestling world lost Wyatt last week when he suffered a heart attack. In between his WWE runs, Wyatt never wrestled and kept a low profile. In the latest edition of Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reported that AEW and other promotions were interested in Wyatt. Things got so close to Wyatt heading to AEW that AEW's broadcasting partner, TNT, was told about his debut date. Meltzer wrote at one point, TNT was told of a date for him to debut in AEW, but it fell through, believed to be money-related. Impact was interested, as was AAA and Japanese groups. So there was a lot of interest for Bray Wyatt. But it sounds to me like, you don't really know just how close it was. You know what I mean? There's a reason that he opted not to go, whether it was money-related, worried about creative direction related. Who knows? Triple H had made a comment about him being he was WWE for life. So who knows what conversations really took place? We'll never know. Unless sometime there's a movie about Bray Wyatt or a documentary or something, I'm sure. We'll find out then. Apparently the original WWE plans for Bray Wyatt were for him to have a match with Uncle Howdy. It's another WrestlingNews.co article. Andrew Ravens. So the wrestling world continues to remember the late Bray Wyatt, who passed away last Thursday due to a heart attack. Wyatt had suffered a series of heart complications during the last few months of his life, leading to his doctor recommending a heart defibrillator. Unfortunately, he wasn't wearing it when his body was found, and his fiancée JoJo Offerman found him at their home as his alarm went off and he didn't get up. After returning to WWE last year at Extreme Rules, WWE introduced a new character with him called Uncle Howdy, who was portrayed by Wyatt's brother Bo Dallas, real name Taylor Rotunda. And while fans didn't get to see Howdy wrestle or see him be revealed, WWE had plans to do Howdy versus Wyatt at WrestleMania at one point. So in the latest edition of Wrestling Observer Newsletter, Dave Meltzer reported that plans changed to Wyatt versus Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania 39, but when Wyatt went down with COVID-19, plans were scrapped. Meltzer wrote and this is a quote, "At first the idea was for Wyatt to build to a match with Howdy at WrestleMania, but then that plans ended up changing with Howdy was not being pushed at that level and the character dropped." Before Wyatt was pulled from TV, he had also restarted his storyline with Alexa Bliss, but she disappeared from TV after the Royal Rumble and then became pregnant. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of additional interesting information.
He's turning the tables.
Back and forth, looking for the advantage here.
Under the ropes to get back inside. He must have seen that coming. Time to go for
Here's something from RingsideNews.com. Subberjeet Mukherjee. It says Tony Khan urged to make CM Punk pay the price after AEW All-In backstage fight. So WWE Hall of Famer Eric Bischoff is a true veteran in the world of professional wrestling, but that doesn't mean everyone agrees with him. He also is a big fan of CM Punk, and it appears he urged AEW President Tony Khan to make Punk pay the price after his backstage fight at All In. During AEW All In 0 Hour, Jack Perry made reference to his controversy with CM Punk when it came to using real glass. This led to CM Punk and Perry having a backstage fight prior to Punk's match at All In London, and a lot of drama ensued afterwards. Tony Khan also didn't comment much on CM Punk and Jack Perry's suspension and future, adding that an investigation is taking place. While speaking on his Strictly Business podcast, Eric Bischoff urged Tony Khan to make CM Punk pay the price after that intention at AEW All In. And this is a quote. That's another, I am assuming is supposed to say, bitching thing to do, or bastard thing to do. I don't know, it's in asterisks, but anyway, I hear this so much. Oh, it's under investigation. Tony Khan was standing right there, for crying out loud. It is what it is. What investigation? What are you calling in? The CSI team? This is such, that kind of flakiness doesn't work for me either, brother. This is the time when a leader leads. If that means saying for all of you that bought tickets because you thought CM Punk was going to be a part of this event, we apologize. Obviously, a situation happened, and it had to be handled the correct way for the sake of the rest of the roster and the business long term. We apologize. Punk's not going to be here this time. Maybe next time. Take the bullet. It's a wound. It's going to bleed. It's going to hurt. You're going to limp a little bit, but the people will respect you for that. The rest of the roster will respect you for that. The fans will respect you for that. They may not like it at first. Of course, they're not going to like it, especially if they bought tickets because they want to see Punk. But man, you got at some point, the answer is yes or no. It's under investigation, for crying out loud. I think he would actually make himself a babyface. I mean, in a weird way, yes, you're going to get some vocal audience. Social media and social media, it's a hate fest. So you're going to get people that are going to react negatively, but I would venture to say that the vast majority of the audience would have some respect for Tony for having a backbone and because of also respecting the rest of the roster, which I think is important. And by the way, there's only 2 minutes left of this matchup. I'm not sure what the score is. But I know it's been a back and forth slobber knocker of a contest between all three. Non-stop action so far for the Men's Television Championship, one of the most prestigious titles in pro wrestling. So here's another advantage in just coming out and calling it down the middle and quit playing games with the audience, because that's what it is. It holds Punk accountable. Tony didn't choke Jack Perry. Tony didn't do that. Those two did that. Let them pay the price. There is hope within AEW that there will be more information about CM Punk and Jack Perry investigation by All Out this week. Despite the drama, CM Punk is still advertised for upcoming episodes of AEW Collision. It remains to be seen what will become of Punk in the end. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you think it's just time to make Punk pay the price? Maybe Perry too. It's not like he was innocent in the matter. What's your... I know what Glenola's opinion will be on the matter. 50 seconds remaining. Does anybody know? There's only been one tap. Stripe says one tap. Does anybody know what the score of this matchup is? 36 seconds remaining here. Tony Stone defending his television championship. Mick Marvel and Humboldt Sierra Kane going to battle here. Mick Marvel's laid out on the concrete. And he is finally up, looking to re-engage with 19 seconds remaining. Oh, nice big back body drop by Mick Marvel. Tony Stone looking for a toy. Oh, but he gets caught by Mick Marvel, and Marvel makes him pay for it. Throws him right into the barricade, and he goes right back after. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the Triple Iron to Gold matchup, and a new Wrestle Wars Genesis Television Champion from Team Mick Marvel. It is Mick Marvelous, a.k.a. Mick Marvel. He is your new Wrestle Wars Genesis Television Champion. Congratulations to Mick Marvel, and of course Mick Marvelous, once again for the second time the television champion. Congratulations, fantastic. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think it's time that Tony Khan deals with CM Punk? What's your opinion on that matter? I'm curious. I am curious. All right, here we go. The final match before the championship rounds. It is the Judgment Day taking on the Wolfpack Horsemen in a tag team elimination matchup. And look at this. We got Dominic Mysterio and the Wolfman Alan Severn joining on in the evening. They are coming in tow with their respected teams. That's the next match tonight. What do you guys think? Do you think the Judgment Day can successfully cash in the Junior Tag Team Championships and defeat the Wolfpack Horsemen? Or do you think the Wolfpack Horsemen simply send the Judgment Day home empty-handed? What are your thoughts? Damian Priest and Finn Balor versus the Omega Marshall Omega and Count Dexcula. Team Froggy Mothlegs and Team Night the Undying. And of course, Team Glenola's Alan Severn in tow. The Wolfpack Horsemen, it looks like the Wolfpack Horsemen versus the Judgment Day. Anything could happen. And I'm just going to be one moment while I get this matchup underway. The wife is texting, so I do have to answer, so I'm going to be just a couple of moments. But I'm going to get the matchup underway. It is for the YTD Academy Tag Team Championship. It is the Judgment Day versus the Wolfpack Horsemen. Let's turn and burn. And I'll be right back.
Obviously the Wolfpack takes it, LOL.
Guys, I cannot overstate the importance of this match here tonight.
Of course not, Michael. Anytime the tag titles are on the line, the match takes on a whole new level of importance.
And here they come.
Lurk. It isn't goodbye but see you soon, my friend. The Archerverse awaits your return to the showcases of the Immortals. Thanks for your support.
Of course, the title is on the line in this one, guys.
And don't be surprised if history is made here tonight. I know the champ has looked good as of late, but I'd say the opposition has looked just as good, if not better.
Oh man, I am Lurk. What happened, Sir Jack?
The following champion versus champion contest is an elimination match and is for the Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 439 pounds, Finn Balor and Damian Priest, the Judgment Day. And their opponents at a combined weight of 395 pounds. They are the Tag Team Champions, the Wolfpack.
Matchups like these are why I love tag team wrestling.
That last triple threat iron to gold match went to a one fall.
Big matchup for these tag titles underway.
As a former NXT tag champ, if I could have another tag title match, I'd probably choose the challenge for
Only
these.
one.
With me as your tag team partner, right, Corey?
I have returned.
Anyone but you.
Woman texts me. I text her back, and then she didn't respond. How dare she? And I only say that because she's not here and can't beat the shit out of me. But how dare she? So I've returned for now. If she starts to text back, I'll take a brief break and have a discussion with her. But yeah, I got. She showed me up, so to speak. Obviously, the Wolfpack takes it, Life says. And Life also says, I think he's gotten a little out of hand. I agree. Where the hell's Joe Link? He knows we can't count. Well, yeah. He would have been, Joe Link, he would have been very useful during the triple iron to gold matchup. Ended up being Mick Marvel that won. I don't know if you saw the rest of the match, but Mick Marvel regained that television championship. So he is once again Wrestle Wars Genesis TV champion. Joe Link says, oh man, I'm lurking. What happened? The last triple threat Iron to Gold match went to a 1 fall. Joe Link says, only one? Yeah, worth a watch. Strife lurked and unlurked. Welcome back to the Showcase of the Immortals. The late night place to be, the most must-see show on YouTube and Twitch TV. The very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. Greatest community in all of Twitch and YouTube. The Archerverse TV community is. Was trying not to ruin the ending of the match for Joe. Thanks, Archer.
No, thank you. The champ getting put to the test here.
That triple Iron to Gold match was actually a very, very good matchup. I didn't watch the entirety of it, obviously, because we were going through the dirt sheets, and I'm catching up with chat, etc. But what I saw of it was fantastic. Very good matchup. This match I've been kind of waiting for all night. The Judgment Day, of course, became the #1 contenders when they won the junior tag team titles, and immediately cashing in against the Wolfpack Horsemen. The Omega Marshall Omega in control of Finn Balor at the moment, using that top rope, squeezing it against his larynx, choking the wind out of him. Now this isn't the usual elimination style matchup you're used to seeing. It is a traditional tag team elimination style matchup, so it is not false count anywhere. It is not tornado tag team. They do have to tag in and out, but nonetheless it is elimination style between the World War III tag team champions and the junior tag team champions. By the way, since I missed it, did Damian Priest and Finn Balor at least come out with the junior tag team titles?
Hyperextend your elbow. Gets the tag.
This match will be a while. It could potentially go. I mean, they are savage teams, both the Judgment Day and the Wolfpack Horsemen. They are definitely going to have some fun beating on each other first, I'm sure. Joe Link says, yeah, they did okay. Because they're cashing in tonight, so we actually had a match earlier, Joe, for the Junior Tag Team Championships, but instead of the titles hanging above the ring, there was a contract case from another promotion, if you will. It was absolutely ghastly. 287, unlucky. Now again, the numbers are different for World War III than they are for Wrestle Wars Genesis. I forget what those numbers are now. Hold on, I gotta go back because I believe it was Strife or Oni that told me what the numbers were. The numbers are 367 and 099. 367 and 099. So 267 is unlucky by 100 points. 261 unlucky.
User, your numbers are 267. Good luck, user. There are some amazing and fun channel rewards to choose from if you want.
808 unlucky.
User, your numbers are 261. Good luck,
732. That puts you in the running.
Rewards to choose from if you are the chosenest.
Or no, never mind. No, it doesn't. 367 and 069.
Your numbers are 8.
I was thinking the numbers for TWA.
There are some amazing and fun channel rewards to choose from if you are the chosenest. Skipping the rest.
And now he's in here under DJ Lone Wolf causing some villainy. Sending Christian Hart after Archer's genitalia. Absolutely ghastly.
Choose from if you are the chosenest. Middle Archer. Oh good God Almighty. Christian Hart knows no boundaries, folks. It is absolutely ghastly. Hart nails Archer with the little Hart in the no-end. While after the play.
Fresh man in.
Oh yeah, here we go. Uh-oh, this is not going to look pretty. Submission being applied.
I think he's got it locked in.
Apparently the missus tried to call, but the call didn't come through.
There's DJ Lane Rose, LOL.
Whoa, not quite yet. Great trouble here. Can he get it fully locked in?
Oh my God, superhuman power. I have no idea how he had our bar broken.
If I could spell, that would be fantastic.
Look at this, going counter for counter.
Did you ever account get unbanned from the AKO? Echo is great. Well, just like it, ladies and gentlemen.
Just going to take a screenshot for her so she knows I'm not pulling her leg.
Lift is great and Whammo and AKO sends Lift is great. I hope so. Hey.
And off the tag is Finn Balor.
All right. Anyways, I don't think there's a whole lot left to cover in the dirt sheets.
And look at
So what I think I might do for the last 3 matches, plus the rest of this match, because we're just about to hit the championship rounds. And actually, we can't open the betting lines, can we? I keep forgetting. There is no betting lines here for YTD World War III. I don't know why I said that. But we are actually approaching the championship rounds. But anyways, I think I'll get to one of our 2 lists. Now, would you guys like to hear about the 10? This is ranking. This is the Sportster.com. Ranking the 10 greatest tag teams of all time? Or would you rather hear about the 10 best David versus Goliath matches in wrestling history? Which one of those 2 lists would you guys like? Ranking the best tag teams of all time, or the best David versus Goliath matches in wrestling history? Which one would you guys like to hear about?
Oh my goodness, what an impactful STO. Ducking out of trouble.
David versus Goliath.
Strife says David versus Goliath.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
Oni says the latter.
Saw it coming and slowly.
Glenola says David versus Goliath. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I kind of want to see that one too. I want to read about that. I want to see what's in that list. Definitely want to see what's on that list, so I'm okay with doing that list. Life says Dave. Okay, I think enough people, general consensus so far is David versus Goliath. Finn Balor has been eliminated. It is bet down to Damian Priest. Dexkill is flat on his back here. Hey, wait a minute. Did Marshall Omega get eliminated? Did I miss something? Is it literally down to Damian Priest versus Count Dexkill? No, there's Marshall Omega. Okay, I was going to say I don't remember Marshall Omega getting eliminated. All right, so here we go. This is, again, from the Sportster.com. 1 count only on Count Dexkill there. And it is the 10 best David versus Goliath matches in wrestling history ranked. It is by Josh Evanoff.
I think I know what's next.
So, Marshall Omega with a pin attempt here. No partner to interrupt the count, but it is a 2 count only as Damian Priest gets that big shoulder up.
Now might be a good time to regroup. Rethink your plan.
But I got to tell you, it's not looking good for the Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio standing there like a popsicle. Leaking all over the place, but not moving, not even cheering on his teammate.
The champ will stay champ.
As Damian Priest keeps taking an ass kicking from Omega and Count Dexkill. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all the winner of the tag team elimination matchup, and still YTD Academy World War III tag team champions. From Team Froggy Mothlegs, it is Count Dexkill. From Team Night the Undying, it is the Omega, Marshall Omega. They are the Wolfpack Horsemen, and they are still your tag team champions. Congratulations to the Wolfpack Horsemen. And, of course, Team Froggy Mothlegs and Team Night the Undying. Huge win. They are the reigning, defending, undisputed tag team champions, are the Wolfpack Horsemen. Fantastique.
Here are your winners, and still tag team champions.
All right.
Don't you turn your back on the Wolfpack.
And that was certainly no easy task, surviving against the rest of their competition in this match.
There has to be a great sense of accomplishment after
A
coming
man
out on
walks
top
into the
in a
library.
match like this.
He asks the librarian
Okay. Here we go.
She leans in close and whispers.
You know what's weird is I was just about to, we just talked about it, but I was literally, look at those two savage beasts holding up those tag titles. Who's going to take those titles from them? So before we move on to the 10 best David versus Goliath matches wrestling history, let's move on to the next match tonight. We are officially in the championship rounds. And it is for the Women's Legends Championship. It is Falls Count Anywhere. From Team Luke the Gooner 94, it is Mickie James taking on B. Jackson. From Team Honeybee Wrestling, and of course representing Winter Swarm, Mickie James taking on not just a Legends champion, but a Grand Slam champion in B. Jackson. And ladies and gentlemen, that matchup is next. Who do you guys got? Is it going to be Queen Bee defending as retaining Legends champion? Or is Mickie James going to pick up the Legends title and send B. Jackson home with just 3 of her 4 championships she currently holds? What do you think?
The last match.
What he says, Winter Swarm, they will take
the men's
titles.
Just kidding.
Now that would be funny. Could you imagine? January walk in and whoop the shit out of the world champion, take his title? That'd be kind of funny. Strife says, oh crap, we missed the end of the last match. You did. You did indeed. The Wolfpack Horsemen retain their titles. Joling says, don't turn your back on the Wolfpack. If Nody says B, hands down. Well, we're going to find out, because without further ado, it is Mickie James versus B. Jackson. Let's rock and roll. All right. So let's get to that list.
The following contest is
okay, so
Count Anywhere
the David versus Goliath match offers up a really interesting bout structure, and these ones rank as the best in wrestling history. The world of professional wrestling has all sorts of shapes and sizes in terms of talent. Likely thanks to that, there's been some incredible matches over the years when one wrestler is far larger than the other. For the most part, these David versus Goliath matches, when done well, are some of the most entertaining things in wrestling. So here we go, number 10. Razor Ramon versus the 1-2-3 Kid, Raw 1993.
This is it, guys. The title is up for
While it's not a commonplace today, squash matches were regularly used to make up WWE television. In the early part of his career, Sean Waltman was used as a jobber to the stars. However, in early 1993, he was put against Razor Ramon on an episode of Raw that changed everything. The match was expected to be just a squash match for Razor Ramon, who was arguably the company's biggest heel at the time. Incredibly, the kid pulled out the win in one of the biggest upsets in wrestling history. Number 9, Mike Awesome versus Spike Dudley. ECW Guilty as Charged 2000.
Here comes the double
So Spike Dudley was used as little more than something to throw for the most of his career. While many have always believed that the smallest member of the Dudleys was nothing more than a spot monkey, that wasn't the case. That is best evidenced by the main event of Guilty as Charged 2000. In the main event, Spike Dudley got an unexpected ECW heavyweight title match against Mike Awesome. The outcome was never really in doubt, but these two still put on an incredible match with some big bumps in it.
A look of confidence on her face.
Rightfully earned as the double champ.
Ooh, the wifey had a good night at work.
Divisions gunning for her gold.
Yeah, but this superstar is more than up to the challenge.
Just replying to her quickly. Give me a moment.
This competitive, and somehow she's been able to amass multiple titles.
And we are truly seeing a once-in-a-lifetime talent.
All right.
The proof is in her hands.
Sorry about that. I had to get back to the wifey. Okay, so number 8. EC3 versus Rockstar Spud, Impact 2015. So, just to be clear, the entirety of the EC3 versus Rockstar Spud feud at Impact was excellent for years, being used as a comedy character. Few expected the future Drake Maverick to find himself in a match with the face of Impact. Well, at that time, anyway. Nonetheless, their best match was arguably their hair versus hair match on Impact in early 2015. The two put on a bloody affair that saw EC3 come out on top, but fans around the globe gained respect for Spud. And I just have to respond once again before I continue and move on to number 7.
Choices. 367. The number to win a YTD championship match is 0. Won the YTD championship match.
That hasn't suddenly changed. Saw that one coming. Drop kick. Great athleticism. Turning the tables. Big knee to the midsection. Oh, ouch. Double stomp. Oh, and she got out of there. And an inverted
All right.
atomic drop.
She's probably going to get mad at me for the last comment. I will not say what I said, but she will not be impressed. She's not here, though, again, so she can't punch me in the face. It's all good. So number 7, The Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy, Raw 2002. Arguably one of the greatest television matches of all time came on a 2002 edition of Raw. The build to the match was simple. Jeff Hardy was a risk taker and Daredevil who was ready for gold. The Undertaker was ready to put him down and show him that that was not the case. Ultimately, Undertaker came out on top in an all-time great ladder match. That being said, Hardy showed his worth as a future superstar, and he would later get that WWE Championship title run.
Oh, we remember that match. Jeff just
Number 6, Awesome Kong versus Gail Kim, Final Resolution 2008. So the rivalry between Awesome Kong and Gail Kim is arguably the best in Knockouts history. The two competed many times over the decade, but their best match came in January 2008 at Final Resolution. They put on a no disqualification match for the Knockouts title, and it was an all-time great. Ultimately, Kim picked up the win on that night, but it would be far from the last time they would face off. And by the way, you know, that said, and before I go any farther, what does everybody think about Gail Kim returning to pro wrestling? She's returning to Impact Wrestling. I'm a big Gail Kim fan. And I think that she is easily amongst the best women's wrestlers on the planet. So I'm actually pretty happy she's making a comeback. You know, I don't speak for everybody. I don't know what people's opinions on Gail Kim are, but I personally think she is fantastic. And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the Falls Count Anywhere matchup, and still your reigning defending Legends champion and Grand Slam champion from Team Honeybee Wrestling, representing Winter Swarm, B. Jackson. Still your undisputed Legends champion. Congratulations to Honeybee Wrestling and B. Jackson. Absolutely fantastic.
She is a great wrestler.
Jolik says Gail Kim is awesome. I just hope she doesn't pop again. She is a great wrestler. I love that match, especially the end when Taker raised Jeff's arm. Yeah, me too. Now, that was a great match, and you could tell the emotions running through Jeff's body. Stripe says, oh, we remember that match? Jeff just kept getting up. Yeah, I mean, he showed a lot of heart in that match. He showed a lot of heart in that matchup. You know, Jeff Hardy, you know, he is a risk taker and a daredevil, but he can also wrestle. You know, he's not one of the best wrestlers on the planet or anything, but at least he has good wrestling to back up his daredevil and risk taking, which is what make him so compelling and intriguing. It's really sad what's happened with his career, to be honest. You know, I don't know. Oni says, told you so. I mean, I wasn't disagreeing, Oni. I was not disagreeing. I as a matter of fact, I agreed with you. B. Jackson was definitely the favored superstar going into that matchup. Strife says, Oni, no one thought different on that match. No, sir, we did not. We were all behind B. Jackson. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the co-main event of the evening. Team Sir Jack the Greatest. And Alice Blade, of course, cashing in that contract case. Actually, it was a redemption. It was a team redemption, not a contract case. I apologize. It is Kaiva that has the contract case for the World Championship. That will be tomorrow night. That will be tomorrow night. January looks to pick up another championship while having to defend a championship in the same evening. It's going to be a busy evening for the coldest bitch on the planet, but let's face it, she's done it before. There's a reason she is a sextuplet champion and one of the most compelling women's champions in TWA and YTD history. But tonight, it is about the Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. Alice Blade versus January is next. What do you guys think? Team Sir Jack the Greatest or Team Infinite Oni? The coldest bitch on the planet, January, or Alice Blade from the Blade Runners? What do you guys think? We're going to find out right now. So without further ado, the co-main event of the evening. Let's go. It is a last woman in hell matchup. Who's going to be the last woman standing?
The following champion versus champion contest is a hell.
Oni says the Gooner might have if he was here.
And is for the Grand Prix.
Yeah, that's true. Because, of course, Mickey James is under Team Luke the Gooner 94. He definitely would have been voting against B. Jackson. All the way. Without hesitation. Oh, hold on. The missus is texting me back. Just give me a few moments while these guys make their way to the ring. And, of course, as you can see, Alice Blade coming out with the Junior Tag Team Women's Championship. The Blade Runners next in line for a tag team title shot. Whether that be against Winter Swarm or Winter Swarm, they can take their pick. Good luck with that, Blade Runners. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are formidable. They are awesome. They are the Junior Tag Team Champions. But Winter Swarm has fucking dominated the women's division. I'm sorry. Anyways, give me a few moments.
January.
One thing's for certain here, guys. She will do absolutely anything she needs in order to succeed here in WWE.
And that includes walking all over her supposed friends and breaking every rule in the book. She doesn't care, just as long as she gets ahead.
Oddly enough, I challenged Alice to a last woman in hell match in DWA and he hasn't responded. LOL.
The woman with all the gold.
A look of confidence on her face.
Rightfully earned as the double champ.
But now she has two women's divisions gunning for her gold.
Yeah, but this superstar is more than up to the challenge.
She has been absolutely dominant, and I think that dominance will continue tonight.
Showing the world titles that she has worked so hard to collect.
Introducing the challenger. And her opponent.
Social media is buzzing, as it always is when this title is defended.
All right, I have returned, and here we go. It is underway. Alice Blade versus January. Last woman in hell for the Women's Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. Co-main event of the evening. Let's get back to our list, shall we?
Oh, what a clothesline.
So, number 5 on this list, and of course this man was brought up earlier tonight by Strife. Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk, SummerSlam 2013. So the Beast Incarnate versus the Best. The Beast versus the Best was the tagline for SummerSlam 2013 match between Brock Lesnar and CM Punk, with Paul Heyman turning on the straight edge superstar. Fans were excited to see the two all-time greats square off. Ultimately, it was only time CM Punk and Brock Lesnar faced off, and they made it count. Arguably the best match of the year. The Beast picked up the win in an incredibly high-paced, and it was actually a fun contest. Number 4. Antonio Inoki versus Big Van Vader, Wrestling World 1996. So 8 years after Big Van Vader sparked a riot by upsetting Antonio Inoki, they ran it back at Wrestling World 1996. While the Japanese legend was far from a small guy, he was next to the massive super heavyweight wrestler. Ultimately, Inoki got his win back at Wrestling World 1996, but it was far from easy. Simply put, these two beat the absolute hell out of each other in this match. Number 3, Bryan Danielson versus Takeshi Morishima. ROH Final Battle 2008. That was a huge powerbomb by Alice Blade right there. January might be in some trouble here. Number 3, again, Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson has been on the wrong end of the David versus Goliath matchup on many occasions. These two faced off on many occasions, with each being a classic. However, his greatest effort came at ROH Final Battle 2008. He faced Takeshi Morishima. Ultimately, Danielson picked up the win in one of the greatest matches in the promotion's history. Number 2, Walter versus Tyler Bate. NXT UK TakeOver, Cardiff. So Walter is still relatively early in his WWE career, but has already put on some of the greatest matches in company history. That being said, arguably his best work came in the main event of NXT UK TakeOver, Cardiff against Tyler Bate. The two wrestled for over 40 minutes, battling for the NXT United Kingdom title. Walter pulled out the win, but it was an extremely impressive effort from both men. Last but not least on this list of David versus Goliath matchups, it is Brock Lesnar versus Eddie Guerrero. No Way Out 2004. So to his credit, Brock Lesnar put on a lot of great David versus Goliath matches in his career. That being said, his finest hour likely came in the main event of No Way Out 2004. There he faced Eddie Guerrero, who was finally getting his shot at gold. Ultimately, this match is a bit of a slow-paced affair as Guerrero targeted the leg, while Lesnar tried to use his strength and size. This one was back and forth until Goldberg interfered near the end. A spear to Lesnar and a frog splash later. Guerrero was finally world champion. Just give me a moment again. I'll go back over that list in just a moment. Again, the wifey's sending me a message. I'm just going to respond to the beautiful Mrs. Archer, so I'll be a moment.
It works, it works. Out of the ring and into hell itself. Able to reverse that one. Answer after answer for each other's offense here. Sequence of reversals here. Both superstars clearly studied game tape ahead of time. Caught with a punch. Oh! What's to come here? Look out, guys! There goes the wall! They say the cell brings out the worst in people, but even I didn't see that coming. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
She's pumping herself up, reaching out for that burst of energy. Feeling the WWE Universe on another level. This is her fuel.
What's she waiting for? She's looking more focused on gesturing rather than winning.
Tornado DDT! Talk about devastation. Oh, yeah, she is really getting fired up.
Ducking underneath. This is a unique move. Vertebreaker. She's up. She's broken the referee's count.
She's still in this fight. Overhand connects.
We have seen such a physical match from these combatants, and the wear and tear is starting to show.
And now's the time where the smartest competitor needs to take advantage of the situation. Needs to figure out the quickest way to end this.
Into the backbreaker. And look at her, feeding off the WWE Universe's energy.
This match ain't over yet.
They got their opponent all the way up and
Rib breaker. And she's apparently just playing with her food here.
Well, this isn't just any butterfly suplex. Royal butterfly suplex.
the best kind.
Couldn't have done it better myself.
I have returned. Okay, so let me just run down that list again. Again, it was the Sportster.com. It was the 10 best David versus Goliath matches in wrestling history ranked. Now, whether or not you agree with the ranking, or you would have put other people or other matches in place of others, it wasn't a terrible list. It was fairly solid. I can't complain too much about it. I always hate when they say ranked or being ranked or anything to do with ranking. But anyways, number 10 on the list was Razor Ramon versus the 1-2-3 Kid, Raw 1993. Number 9 was Mike Awesome versus Spike Dudley, ECW Guilty as Charged 2000. Number 8, EC3 versus Rockstar Spud, Impact 2015. Number 7, The Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy, Raw 2002.
This is smart. She's not letting her opponent.
Number 6 was Awesome Kong versus Gail Kim, Final Resolution 2008. And those two, of course, were absolutely incredible rivals. They've had some amazing matchups against one another. Rumor has it they might even be teaming up when Gail Kim returns to Impact. I mean, I'm down with that. I'd be okay with that. Number 5 was Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk, SummerSlam 2013. Number 4, Antonio Inoki versus Big Van Vader, Wrestle World 1996. Number 3, Bryan Danielson versus Takeshi Morishima, ROH Final Battle 2008. Number 2 was Walter, now Gunther, versus Tyler Bate.
That stops the count. So
Look at that, Alice Blade getting back up on an 8 count. She is still in it to win it. But January takes her right back down to the canvas. Look at that. Quick retaliation and reversal by Alice Blade. Wow. What a match this has been. So anyways, Walter versus Tyler Bate. Walter is now Gunther. NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff. And last but not least, number 1 on this list was Brock Lesnar versus Eddie Guerrero. No Way Out 2004. Wow, what do you guys think of that list? What do you guys think of the list? Were you guys satisfied with that list? Oni says a preview of the DWA women's title match. Oh, you're comparing this to a... So, yeah. So, Team Infinite Oni, maybe you can shed some light. So, I did hear a rumor that if January, of course, wins and then departs DWA, with Matthew Ultraviolet, I believe, is also leaving DWA, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways... will we see January bringing a DWA championship to TWA or YTD? That's a question that everybody wants to know, I think. Alice Blade getting up on a 9 count. That was close. January just about successfully defended her title. What a match this has been. Alice Blade pulling in all the stops. She really wants to beat the coldest bitch on the planet. Had her down for a count. I guess she wasn't done with her. Oh! A suplex stunner. Good God.
Sent out of the ring, not sure she wants to be here.
Maximiliano says people don't sub to her.
Bang!
I'm just sending the wifey some pictures. She wanted some pictures of our wee band. She had to go to work when Milo was here today.
All right, back to it, returning to the ring. Big boot. Why is she still boasting around? She's in a fight, for goodness sake.
And stopping the referee's count? That was silly.
Either that or it was deliberate. Perhaps looking
Face
to make a
green
statement.
smiling, face green smiling, face green smiling, face green smiling.
I don't know who's feeling
Face
this
red
more,
heart shape,
her
face
or the
red
crowd.
heart shape, face red heart shape, face red heart shape, face red heart shape, face red heart shape.
All right.
And this count will stop. This is either grit.
Oni says, oddly enough, I challenged Dallas to a last woman in hell match in DWA, and he hasn't responded. Sir Jack the Greatest. What do you mean you haven't responded to January in Team Infinite Oni? Sir Jack. Yo, Sir Jack, we are blowing the whistle on you, sir. Sir Jack, Team Infinite Oni wants an answer right now. Do you get a match in DWA going with Alice Blade and January? Come on, the masses want to know. Inquiring minds must know. Let's go, Sir Jack.
Once the competitors leave the confines of the ring.
Let's go, Jack. I mean, Joe Link is here. Weren't you throwing Joe Link under the bus earlier tonight? I don't see Joe Link here. I don't see him on the broadcast. By the way, basically calling all of you guys a bunch of chickens. Because we all know Sir Jack is definitely foul, so to speak. Man told everybody on Discord, I will be on the broadcast. I will entertain the masses. I will have discussions and great conversations with the community. And then suddenly, he had to make Chili Mac. Apparently he couldn't do both at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I do not defend his actions. And that is it. That is all. She got up, but it wasn't in time. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the last woman in hell match, and still both Grand Slam champion and your YTD World War III Grand Prix Wrestling champion from Team Infinite Oni. The coldest bitch on the planet, January, still your reigning, defending, and undisputed champion. Congratulations to Team Infinite Oni and January. What a match that was. Oh, give me a moment. The wifey is calling. I'll be right back.
As soon as the 1-0 point ended, she got right back to her feet.
Close and personal. Stop making this about you, Saxton. This is about the new champ.
She joked about it, but that would be awesome. The new jackpot number for a chance to win a channel redemption of your choice is 367, the number to win a YTD championship match is 0. Won the YTD championship match. Serif, I would be pissed if someone threw a match they were in with us. Give us your all or don't waste our time.
I have returned. The wifey sure does like to distract me. I mean, as you all know, even when she's here at home and we are live, she's finding ways to try and distract me and take my focus off the ball, off the game plan. She's very good at that. She is devious. She is a fiery little fox. But anyways, I love her to death. And sorry about all your damn luck, but I would never ignore her for you guys. I would never ignore her for you. I'm sorry. I love all of you. But she sleeps next to me and could literally asphyxiate me in my sleep. So, but anyways, another congratulations to Team Infinite Oni in January. What a fucking awesome competitor is January. You know what I mean? By the way, Infinite Oni, if January goes out on top in DWA, rumor has it that TWA management has absolutely zero issue with allowing her to bring in a commemorative title. But if there are other DWA superstars in TWA or YTD Academy, you will be forced to defend that title against those opposing DWA competitors. That is the stipulation. That is the requirement TWA management has for Team Infinite Oni. If you come out on top and you bring over a competitor's title, and we have competitors in TWA or YTD from that promotion, you must defend that commemorative title against any member that is from DWA also competing in TWA or YTD. That will be a requirement. But it'll absolutely be honored. How do you turn down your only and possibly only ever sextuplet champion? Because I got to be honest, it's the first time in 3 years now almost that it has ever even happened. It could be another 3 years before it happens again, or it may never happen again. I mean, it is just such an amazing, amazing feat. Odie says, that DWA women's title is mine. Well, we hope you win your match, and we hope we get to see DWA Women's World Champion waltz out on TWA or YTD with that DWA women's title over her shoulder or around her waist. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The main event of the evening on this very special edition of World War III. We've seen some YTD champions. We've seen TWA champions. What a night it's been. We've seen Legends champions in action. We've seen Legends Championship wannabes, I guess you might call them. Well, they're not wannabes. They are absolute legends, and some of them have been Legends champion before. But they are would-be Legends champions. It's been a fantastic evening inside the squared circle. Women's division, men's division, tag team division, doesn't matter. What a night. But here we go. Main event of the evening, best 2 out of 3 falls. Team Honeybee Wrestling's Kenny Jackson from Team Golden Baby defending against former member of Tons of Funk, member of Phenomenal Soul from Team Coach B. It is Coach B. Henry challenging for the World Championship. Who do you guys got? We don't have a betting line here, but tell me, what are your thoughts? Is it going to be Coach B. Henry, or is it going to be Kenny Jackson retaining the championship in this best 2 out of 3 falls affair? We're going to find out right now, because that's the next match of the evening, the main event of the night. And then later on, look forward to some dark matches for YTD World War III Dark. Who knows what else is going to happen later tonight when World War III episode number 28 live, TWA episode number 507 live, goes off the air. Anything can happen. Expect the unexpected at the Archiverse TV. That being said, I appreciate every single one of you that have migrated over here to the Shark Tank on YouTube and watched World War III live. It's been a fantastic show, as I've mentioned, right from the tone-setting match of the night, which was the Crimson elimination-style matchup for the Legends contract case. Fantastic matchup. The man called Drek came out on top. He will once again challenge for the Legends Championship. But what an evening it's been. B. Jackson defended her title. January defended her title. The YTD Academy World War III Tag Team Champions defended their titles. It's been a night of champions. Can Kenny Jackson follow suit? Or are we going to see a brand new Wrestle Wars Genesis World Wrestling Champion in Coach B. Henry? We're going to find out right now. So without further ado, the main event of the evening. Let's go. Coach B versus Kenny. World Championship on the line. Best 2 out of 3 falls. Woo! Let's go. Glenola says until Mrs. Archer gets home, then Archer will be too busy for us. Well, I don't know. Mrs. Archer has to come home and they get ready for work for 7 a.m. So Archer might be in, shit out of luck. So there will definitely be dark matches. There will definitely be dark matches. There'll be matches of some sort. Keep your eyes peeled. You never know what's going to happen. Expect the unexpected. Keep your eyes on YTD Dark. Keep your eyes on Twitch. You just don't know what's going to go down. DJ Lone Wolf. Sorry, Glenola. I don't know why I said that. Just done one-handed. Yeah, no. Here comes the former Tons of Funk member. Former television champion, tag team champion. Won championships in WCW when it was still in existence. Tons of Funk used to be comprised of the Voice, Reese Williams, Kareem Key Woods, the OG villain of the Archiverse, and of course, before he was known as Coach B. Henry, he was Uptown B. Henry. Now proudly part of Phenomenal Soul, with old rival and ally, the Soul Man Jay Simmons from Team Anime J.
Then Archer will be back.
And of course the Phenom Joe Lincoln from Team Joe Link. Phenomenal Soul, a 5-man faction. They are absolutely formidable. And here comes the double champion from Team Honeybee Wrestling, Kenny Jackson. He is the Pure Wrestling Champion of World War III and the Wrestle Wars Genesis World Champion. He is Kenny Jackson. Here he comes, Le Champion. Best 2 out of 3 falls. Who takes it, guys? Glenola says Coach B is becoming champion tonight. Tons of Funk plus Phenomenal Soul equals Tons of Soul. That actually is a pretty good name. We could easily change to that. If that's something that Phenomenal Soul would like to discuss with Tons of Funk, we could easily have Tons of Soul. Because let's face it, the Phenom Joe Lincoln, full of soul himself. Full of soul himself. What says you, Joe Link? What do you think of Tons of Soul? I think that's pretty phenomenal. I kind of like it. Glenola, that is a fantastic name, sir. I really like it. Here we go! World Championship on the line, main event.
Introducing the challenger from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 278 pounds.
You know what's funny is I have no idea exactly how long we've been live. I'm going to guess we're approaching the 3-hour mark. And all you crazy villains in here, enjoying conversation, enjoying the matches, enjoying the Archiverse TV live on YouTube with episode 28 of World War III Live. Episode number 507 for TWA as a whole. You guys are fucking awesome. You know that, all of you. Legends, brilliant people. I'm glad I've gotten the time to know all of you. It's been amazing being on your channels, enjoying your communities and your streams. So the reason for the show delay into today, we were supposed to have 2 shows today. But of course I had my grandson Milo today. He was supposed to be picked up around 4:30, and he was 2 hours delayed in that happening. Put a little bit of a dent in my agenda, so to speak. But yesterday, I, of course, had a business meeting with a friend of mine, and we are going to be opening a dojo. It is the Sanchin Dojo of Martial Arts, and we're going to be teaching Shotokan and Budo Taijutsu to people of all ages, people from all walks of life, going back to teaching. It will not affect anything we do. The only thing I do hope it affects eventually is where I'm working. I would like to do less hours there and more hours teaching. Glenola, thank you very much. It's an absolute lifestyle for me. I live, eat, and breathe it, and I can't wait. When I went into the dojo yesterday and I stepped on the tatami mats, everything flooded in. Everything flooded in. Movement, sequences, terminology. I mean, it just all flooded back. It felt so good to be on the mats. I can't wait to put my uniform on and watch people become brilliant again. It is my absolute favorite thing to do. It's the one thing in the entire world I know I do well, and I know I do right. It's almost like a sense of euphoria when I step on the tatami, and that's the only way I can explain it. I really love it, and I love watching people gain self-esteem, self-confidence, self-empowerment. I love to see them doing things they never thought they could do when they tell me they can't and I prove them wrong. I love to see the looks on their faces. I don't lead with an iron fist, but I do have a powerful fist. We are traditional martial arts meets modern martial arts, because every martial art has to evolve into the future because nobody's being attacked by battle axes anymore. It doesn't mean you don't learn the basics, but you got to jump into the future and deal with what is, and nobody's attacking us with spears and axes. But Shotokan is one of the first full systems. It, of course, comes from two different forms of Okinawan hand fighting, judo and jujutsu, because, of course, Funakoshi, who's, of course, the man that created Shotokan, Gichin Funakoshi in 1913, combined those so that we had everything from throws to submissions to grappling to stand-up. Self-defense. Of course, we all know that martial arts aren't just based on self-defense. That's just a lie to sell seats in the revenue rainbow for most. Martial arts were developed for battle, for war. Can they protect you? Yes, absolutely. Do we practice self-defense? Absolutely. Am I going to lie to you and tell you what we teach is for purely self-defense purposes? I'm not going to tell you that. It is a lie. What we teach is very real, and it can not only help yourself in a situation you don't necessarily want to find yourself in, but it can also hurt people. But anyways, I absolutely cannot wait. Phenomenal funk. That's good too. Glenola says roughly 2 hours, 55 minutes. I like Phenomenal Funk too. I don't know if I like Tons of Soul or Phenomenal Funk, but I think I like Phenomenal Funk. Tons of Soul is cool though. I don't know.
The best self-defense technique.
The best self-defense technique, run away. Strife, what happens if you can't run away? If you're incapable of running away, which, you know, can happen, that's not such a good self-defense technique. But in most situations, the best way to win a fight or to not lose a fight is to not be in one at all. Kick them in the nuggets. Good answer. Good answer. You do what you need to do for survival. What do you call a cow in plated armor? Sirloin. Oh my God. Glenola, what you should do is you should tell us all a Johnny joke. I think we would all love to hear a Johnny joke, or see a Johnny joke for that matter. We have not had a Johnny joke all night because, you know, of course, we're here on YouTube. It is not Twitch. It is not the land of purple.
This is a pretty dangerous place to fight. Screens.
Kick to the gut. I have a theory what's
I have been watching the match, but I actually don't know if we've had a pinfall or submission yet. Or any kind of fall for that matter. So I don't know if it's 0-0, 1-0, 1-1. I don't know what's going on. But remember, it is best 2 out of 3 falls count anywhere. And look at this. Yo! Oh, an ataxia from Coach B. Henry. And it is either 1-0 or 1-1. I don't know which. But B. Henry with a fall over Kenny Jackson. But Kenny Jackson coming right back. A big Uranagi on the ramp to Coach B. Holy shit.
You should expect them to be something even more dirty than you are.
Here we go. Pinfall attempt by Kenny Jackson. 2 count only, though. Coach B. Henry kicks out with authority.
Throwing everything in the kitchen sink in there, but to no avail. Oh, saw it coming. Oh, my Lord. This arena can't contain them. And if
Coach B still stalking him down the ramp.
Nothing good's about to happen up there either. The champion.
Oh! Wow. Looking for another pinfall. Wow! Holy shit, that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match and new Wrestle Wars Genesis World Champion from Team Coach B. Member of Phenomenal Soul, Coach B. Henry, your new World Wrestling Champion. Congratulations to Phenomenal Soul and Team Coach B, the new World Champion for Wrestle Wars Genesis. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all for episode number 28 of World War III, episode number 507 for TWA. Again, what a night. Only one championship changed hands here tonight. We do have new junior tag team champions. And we do have a new Legends contract case holder. But no champion except for Kenny Jackson had to relinquish his title. But man, from the Tone Center, which was a Crimson Elimination style matchup for the Legends contract case, all the way to the best 2 out of 3 falls for the World Championship, absolute fire. I appreciate each and every one of you. Keep your eyes peeled, both on Twitch and YTD Dark. Expect the unexpected. You never know what's going to happen later this evening. In the meantime, you don't have to go home. You do, however, have to get the fuck out of my channel. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Show is over. Goodbye. Hit the road. Find your car. Jump in it. Drive to a bar. Go to your friend's house. Visit grandma. I don't care what you do. Get the fuck out. Goodbye.